No, I should have done this. Like, oh, geez. Hello. Let's see. Andy is here. Kyle Lusk, Just Jeff. How you guys doing? Uh, it's it's crazy out there. It's crazy out there in this world right now. But we can handle it. Let's see. Dr. Zink has arrived.
Hello, hello.
Andy.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, because my microphone, I'm not sure if it's too loud, too low, what. It's barely moving on the scale.
No, you're fine. You're just like normal.
Okay, everything's, all right. It is what it is. All right. No snow yet.
We got a little last night. It wasn't even in the forecast, so the driveway is white. Did I plow?
I'm ready.
Then it's going to be sunny all week. So, do I plow? No. Just let it.
Here, it's going to be the highest temp for the whole week is like 20 degrees. So it's going to be whatever comes is going to stay.
Yeah. No, it's getting cold at night, but I'm not plowing it. Just let it naturally dissipate.
Yeah, well, we're supposed to get ice. It's supposed to turn to sleet, ice, whatever.
Oof.
Like 4 or 5 in the afternoon on Sunday, and then breeze again and some more snow. So it's going to be interesting.
Let's take a look at that snowblower.
454 big block.
I guess it's got enough power.
Yeah, the only problem is it only gets about a gallon for every 100 feet.
And it's got a rear end in the middle.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
There's actual live videos of that thing on YouTube.
Really?
Just look up V8 snowblower. There's quite a few of them.
Yeah, I was looking up like personal snow machines, and there's one I really like. It looks like you're sitting in a chair, and it's got tracks. One thing of tracks on each side, and you just go around like this. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's supposed to come in later tonight. And then I saw something. What was it called? It's a flying. Oh, what do they call it? Anyway, it's this tiny little flying machine. You sit on it. It's about as big as you are, and you go flying, George Jetson style. So it's all the engine and everything's all covered, but judging by the leaves blowing and stuff when you take off, it's blowing out the bottom, something like that. But man, that thing was cool. Guy has just a regular clothes on, so if that thing crapped out on you, he's got no parachute, no means of, he's screwed. And he's up there, he's in the mountains. Let's see, chessboard is here. Got a JD 120 1025.
I have no idea what that is.
John Deere snowblower, probably.
Yeah, well, that's a tractor. It's an attachment to go on the front of a tractor.
Well, you don't need one if you got an F-250 like this. F-250. I didn't know what to put up today, but everyone's getting snow and cold on the east, so I might as well do a snow one. Yeah. 10 people lurking. It's kind of slow tonight. That's okay. It's all right.
Last night we started out real slow too, and then all of a sudden we got like 50 people. So
Yeah, I don't want to do a long chat. I feel weird, so I don't know if I'm just all stuffed up or have gas or what. But man, I don't feel right. We shall see. Vanessa Kitty is here. Hey, Vanessa. So, how's it going over there, Andy?
Oh, it's going. Not looking forward to tomorrow. Getting harder and harder to deal with the snow.
Mm,
That snow blower keeps getting heavier and heavier.
yeah,
I mean, it's got to be 400 pounds every bit of it.
yeah, but it drives itself, right? Self-driving.
Yeah, but it doesn't steer.
Yeah,
The turning is the hard part.
you gotta lean down on it and turn it. Yeah.
So you got to stop. You got to put it in first gear instead of a higher gear, and then you got to push down, put it in gear, and kind of spin it, and it throws you for a loop at the same time.
Kip is here. Hey, Kip. Uh, ooh, 20 inches. Now we're talking. See, we can use that up here. We're having a dry spell and it's scary. Scary. We need the water.
Yeah, Connecticut's going to get a lot of snow where she's up there. It's Long Island's going to get the temperature's going to rise in the afternoon, like 3, 4 o'clock. It's going to get to 28 to 30 degrees or so. So that's why we're going to start getting slush.
Mm.
And then it's going to freeze.
Six-shooter Texans here.
I got to turn that top chat off, the live chat, because I don't see half these people coming in.
Tactical FUD is here. Hey. Yeah, I need to do some shooting. Been doing other stuff. I need to do some shooting. It's nice out. Go put up a fresh target. Spray the slinger and do some shooting.
Yeah, we don't want to see the chessboard. Believe me, it's. I'm going to be at the. I don't know. I'm going to get up in the morning, and I'll probably wake up between 7 and 8 o'clock. Look out the window, take a look. Between 9 and 10 o'clock, I'll probably go out there and deal with the first pass, and then see what it does. Go out there. I don't care if I got to go out there 5 times to make my life easier, but once it gets slush, that's even snow blower has trouble throwing that. So
Oh, this won't show up. I didn't even hear the text, 6-shooter Ricky. That looks nice. That looks like a nice TV and setup. You get the fire going. Looks comfy. It looks like a nice background picture for a live chat.
yeah, Vanessa, we're here in South Shore, Long Island, the middle of the island of South Shore. We're at 14 degrees, and that's up. It was like at 5 o'clock. It was 10 degrees.
Mm.
What we're supposed to get 20, 30 mile an hour winds coming in at around 11, 12 o'clock for 2 to 3 hours. That's when they say we're going to get dumped on.
Huh.
And it's going to be, like 22 degrees or so it's going to be real cold out there with the wind blowing.
I don't know if we're even going to put the blower on the tractor this year, which is highly unusual. So, unless we get something deep, then it'll be like too late to do it. But yeah. Yeah, the wind is a killer. The cold wind. That's why you wear a full bodysuit. No air gaps. So yeah, it's crazy out there. Iran going on right now. What's going to happen there? You got the protests in Minnesota.
And the judge letting some of that, whatever his name is, off the hook from that church bullshit.
Oh, Lemon or the other?
Yeah. Lennon, yeah, they're letting judges saying he's okay. You know,
He's part,
can't
he's
prosecute him. Whatever
part
the
of the
judge said.
news. Yeah, he was part of the news. Okay, alrighty. That shouldn't be tolerated. If that was a mosque, they would be up in arms. So shouldn't be tolerated at all.
No, it is, but it's again, it's a leftist judge out the Obama appointed judge or whatnot, and that's they should not be allowed to do that. They've got the evidence, so what the hell? How can a judge say, "Nah, it's okay"?
Oh, Miss Kitty's getting serious, putting offers down on homes. It's always fun to go looking, yeah. It's more fun than trying to sell, you know. Uncle John is here. Hey, Uncle John, hope you're doing okay. Oops, what happened to my thing? Oops, what is going on here? Okay. Yeah, so it's a crazy wacko world right now, but we'll see what happens. I'm curious about these little sonic laser things that freezes the army dudes. You know, and they used it down in Venezuela. So it makes you sick or whatever, microwave. I don't know. Anyway.
It probably disrupts the equilibrium or something like that.
Yeah. Iraq, though, we should just, Iran, we should just drop all kinds of rifles in the populated areas. That's all we need to do. I think they lost a ton of people last couple days. 60,000 murdered. Yeah. 80,000 total, something like that. Just innocent protesters. They're going into the hospitals and killing people. That's disgusting. Michael is here. Hey, Michael. So anyway, yeah, we got to free Iran because people want their freedom. Get rid of these Islamists. Seem to be a problem everywhere. Yep. 89. Yeah, see, we got to get in there, but you don't want to screw up and have an endless freaking war. You want it in a day or two. Guess they're just trying to figure out where everyone is. It's easier to just give the people guns because they know who's who. We have
they can give all those guns they confiscated from all the criminals across the country to them over there.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah. No one has
A distraction, you think? Of course it's a distraction.
Yeah, it's a huge distraction because there's a lot of states now that have that fraud on Medicare, and it's in the billions. So, shit's gonna hit the fan there.
Yeah, well, New York is one of them.
I hate that though. We got to get rid of scammers like that. It's our tax money.
And she submitted a new proposal for the budget, and it's like off the wall ridiculous. Where's this money coming from? And Trump is cutting off all the money for everything else that's going into New York State, so he's really going to be in trouble now.
Omar's in trouble. she's in big trouble.
Yeah, but that's taking too long.
Well, they have paperwork. You got to have, all the paper. You got to have all the ducks in order so you don't screw it up. But they got paperwork where in 1 year her winery went up a bunch of millions of dollars after it would claim to be just, small. 1 year, and same with her husband or brother or whatever. Same deal. So that they have paperwork. They just got to put it together. Then it'll take 10 years. Yeah.
They've had paperwork and other people, and then they say, oh well, the judge was 3 days over her stay, so she can't. Whatever she did doesn't count. Yeah. So they do what they want, and the problem is they get away with it.
Yeah, and justice is very slow, no matter what it is. I mean, we still got people that haven't been convicted yet on previous crimes. Edward is here. Hey, Edward. So anyway, we'll see what happens. So what do we got? There's football tomorrow, UFC tonight, which is a huge card, but I don't have Paramount Plus. Should have got Paramount Plus, damn it. We're gonna have to set that up because there's some good shows on there too. $47 in tax bank last year. Yeah, I know. We gotta put the foot down, make examples of these people. The Clintons didn't go into Congress, so I don't know what they did, put out something on Bill. There's all kinds of stuff. Loaded 638. Yeah, I think I gotta do a bunch of 9 and then switch the Dylan over, which doesn't take long, same primers, and do a bunch of 38s. 600. There you go. You're ready for a shoot. No, I did not. Just Jeff. I did not switch over, so I got to get Paramount Plus and get rid of some other stuff. Let's see. Hobbies is here. From the next great state. I don't know, Hobbies. I think it's just Alberta, and we'll leave them alone and just trade with them, have their own province.
Yeah, all they want to do is put in some military presence there and build the dome, and this way they can watch over the shipping and then mineral rights.
Well, you're talking about Greenland, not Canada. Oh. I was talking about Canada. Canada just made a deal with the Chinese, so oof, bad. And the Chinese had tariffs on Canada, so figure that out. You don't want to deal with the U.S. because you're woke. Oh, now you have the Chinese. Ooh, bad.
Hey, Dave, how you feeling? Dave went through some trouble last week or so.
Let's see, we got Garage Guy here. Yeah, F250 with tracks, and Dave is here. Hey, guys. So, yeah, it's a crazy, cuckoo world out there. We'll see. It always does this. Up and down, up and down. Looks like we got Greenland for free, though. But the parts we need. And Trump said something about mineral rights. It's so far, you got to dig through all that ice. Well, he knows there's minerals in there. And it's number 8. They are number 8 in precious minerals, whatever you want to call it. So, number 8 in the world. So, they do have some. So, I guess we get a little bit of that, little protection. Do the dome like the Israelis have. It's kind of comfy to know that you got a dome, especially like someone like Andy in New York or somewhere, or people that live around bases. It's kind of comfy to know that it's a possibility they can knock them out of the air easier than what we have now. It worked for the Israelis, I'll tell you that. But now there's also those laser things that cost nothing to shoot out a rocket in the sky. So, uh,
Well, the laser stuff is not actually new, but they've perfected it tremendously and much more powerful. So it's crazy.
well, the Israelis have it's not perfect in cloudy weather or whatever, but it's this laser just goes zap and it knocks the missile out of the air, and they say it only costs a couple dollars each shot. You know, so I'm in the hospital going through rehab.
Yeah, Dave, I didn't catch what happened exactly a week ago or so. So
Really?
yeah,
What did he have? Fall or something? Or
I don't know exactly what happened. So I'm not going to repeat a hearsay.
what happened to you, Thorax? Huh? Hospitals. Hospitals. Well, I know Dave is looking for we're forward to a sponge bath. Hopefully he doesn't get Helga or Butch. Hmm. So bad, so bad. Uh, what do we got? We got 21 lurking. Hmm. Interesting. Here's a link for anyone that wants to come on.
Oh, he says he had a stroke.
Oh, shoot, bad. Do you have movement in your face? Did you get the medicine in time? Like my wife, if you get that right away, you're not going to be frozen on. You know what I mean? They have a certain medicine. If they catch you in time with a stroke, it won't lock up your face. It won't stay like that. Ooh, that's bad, bad. Oh, I'm curious now. Did you? Okay, if you have a stroke, was it light where you could call 911? Did they get to you in time? Give you the? Hmm. Damn, I thought it would be a shoulder or something. It's out there with the chainsaw or something like that. All kinds of meds. Yeah, but do you have one side of your face frozen up? That's the one you want them to give you, right away within, I think it's within an hour or something. I don't know. That saved my wife's face from freezing. It was messed up, when she had her stroke, trying to talk to us. I'm like, I'm watching TV and I'm like, something ain't right. And she's talking funny and everything. And yeah, luckily we got help quick. Hmm. Okay, it was light. That's a good thing. Could have been worse. Yeah. All right. Light is good. Light is good. I always wonder if I'm going to have one of those or just the old heart attack or what, you know. I'm hoping I go in my sleep, actually, so I don't have to go to a hospital. Just go out in your sleep. Boom. Comfy. But I know it's not going to happen that way. No, no. I'm going to get my ass dragged through everything, dying. I know it's going to happen that way. And then comes the old Kurt Cobain. Anyway, okay. I guess the absolute worst is if you're still alive, but you can't move, and you can't talk, and you can't do nothing. It's like that one guy in the military, no arms, no legs, couldn't talk, couldn't do nothing. And they're just treating him every day. And then finally, someone brought a piece of paper and he said, "Kill me." Yeah, just kill me. Mm. Boy, it's morbid tonight. The chat. I think it's Siggy time.
So did you get your son's new toy put together yet?
No, no, it's just all it really needs is throw on one of the uppers. Don't It's all put together, yeah. So we just need to shoot it. We got a sight in his little bolt action one and a couple other things. I got loads for that, so yeah. Got to play with that. It's just each day there's something going on, something to do or whatever. Yeah, Uncle John's not doing too good either right now, but I don't want to talk about it without, you know. So, yeah. Holy shit, what happened to the battery? Oh, there we go. You're thinking of the we have lurkers, but a lot of them might be afraid to be affiliated with this sumbitch right here. Oh, Jag. Hey, Jag, what's happening?
East Virginia? Well, you got a nice new governor or something over there.
Yeah, but he's in Georgia.
He says East Virginia here.
Well, is he on the road or what? Okay, let me.
No, I'm just, he just used East Virginia and it's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, we saw that. I saw that chessboard. That's ridiculous. These people should be just thrown in jail, period.
They had some in Australia too. That remember that? That was 6 months ago, last year. Yeah, Kyle. Hey, Michael. Yeah. That thing, I watched the video. That thing can do pretty good on a hill pulling cars up with the tracks on them. Okay, it's a good. You're good. Your friend called. Shit, we're up in the mountains, but luckily we got neighbors that know that stuff, and then some ER neighbors down the road, and boom, they were all on it. One called the other. They all know each other. Boom, bang, pow, and then local hospital couldn't do nothing, so she got helicoptered. Saved her life. We have a West Virginia, not on the east. I don't know what you guys are talking about in Virginia.
Because he said East Virginia, and I think somebody turned around and said there is no such East Virginia, it's West Virginia. Well, you can be Eastern in Western Virginia.
Well, yeah, if you're in West, there's got to be the other side. Oh, he says lurking. Oh, okay. Yeah, do your job. Yeah, get her done. Working night. Oof. All right, he say.
Working night and on the weekend.
Oh, I was eating those heart healthy nuts. I have them by the bed. And so I wake the wife up like 3 a.m. I'm watching a movie and I'm hungry. And her hand reaches over and reaches in the bag. Those are good though. They were good. It's got everything. Yeah. It was funny though. I thought she was asleep, and all of a sudden this hand comes over. Then you had to get up, brush your teeth, of course.
Yes, garage guy. The new governor is a joke.
Yeah, I heard about that. Oh,
another Dumbo crap that thinks what she can do.
Yeah, that's gonna be, and they're going after gun rights. Yeah,
yep.
Ooh, bad. Yeah, there is a Virginia in some other country. Yeah. Well, that's good. First, just chill, recover. Good thing it was a small one, not the big one. Take out your whole side. Boom. That would be bad. He say that was funny as hell. Yeah, I know. And I didn't get Paramount Plus. I thought about it last night. Maybe I should just fire it up and then we get rid of the other stuff later. Oh, well. Yeah, there's some good ones coming up. And they're giving out better bonuses now. So that's good. There were some really boring fights, though, already in the prelims, but they should be rocking in a little bit here. As soon as the Dagestani comes on, which I can't stand, from there up is going to be all good fights. I'm not legging in the garage like I was yesterday, and I thought it was this pod we got out here, but it wasn't. The pod was good. So we're not legging today, so I don't know what happened last time I had a smoke. Yeah, no, Paramount is awesome. You got Landman, you got the one with Stallone. I don't know what else they got, but I'm in there for the UFC, free fights, no pay-per-view anymore. Hell of a deal. All right, let's see if we can. It is freezing out here. What is it? Well, it only says 40 degrees in here, but it feels worse than that. Oh, some of you guys are way below zero. I think Tin Man or somebody was, maybe it was Meg, 16 below. That's crazy. I think the worst here was 5 below.
Yeah, well, the problem here on, I can't speak for all over, but Long Island, they only have to, when they build a house, they only have to support it down to a certain temperature. So, because we don't really get a lot of these colder stuff. So meanwhile, if they would have went up to the little bit thicker insulation, we would be saving a ton of money on heat.
Yeah. Well, it's only a month or so out of the year.
Yeah, but like on a day today, my oil burner doesn't stop.
I'm glad they put, the spigots outside. We got the copper pipes that come way inside the house. I cover them up anyway, but I'm glad they have that. You don't want a pipe bursting in the wintertime. That's a mess. Oh, speaking of, go ahead.
Pipes to us are not a problem. We all have about a foot in from the wall, so we all have shut-off valves. So we just turn it off and leave the spigot open.
Mm-hmm.
So we do here, but still, I mean, the house is only 22R insulation, but they're making them build the outside walls out of 2x6s. So why not fill the damn shit up?
Yeah, two by six. That's good insulation if it's full. Yeah.
Yeah, well, if they could do an R28, how much more could the insulation cost?
Mm-hmm.
How much more could it actually cost to put it in?
Yeah. Now,
I
someone
mean,
had.
I know it's more money, but I mean, you know what? What can it be to do the whole house? $2,000 more? $3,000 more?
Yeah. Somebody had a great idea on the Minnesota protesters. Instead of tear gas and stuff, it's really cold out. Hit them with water. Hit them with water. That just frees up. They have to go home. If your clothes are wet in that weather, you have to go home. There's nothing you can do about it. That's all they need to do is just get some fire trucks out there. Take care of them.
And they don't even need a heavy spray, just a good mist.
How's it going, garage guy? What's up?
It's going all right, but let's talk about this Virginia governor we got here. She's a whack job, man. She's already, I don't know. It's going to be 4 years of bull crap.
Rollis is here. Yeah, I saw something on that during the election and then the day after her policies, and it's like, oh shit, you're not gonna like that.
No. And the state delegates that are Democrats are already telling her, say you need to chill out on a lot of this stuff because they know she's going to cause them not to get reelected.
Yeah.
I mean, outlawing gas-powered leaf blowers. She already mentioned a tax on gas-powered lawnmowers. Stupid things.
Well, sometimes it takes a little pain, like we went through a few years ago, for people to figure out I'm voting the other way. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? The people did vote the other way. The goddamn cheating is ridiculous. You know do you see the numbers that they're releasing in some of these states? 420,000 votes changed from Trump to Biden in the middle of the night and things like that, and they have the proof of it all. So what do you think's happening with this stuff?
Well, one of the big things on my list is voter reform. So yeah, you got to do that. You should be doing it before the midterms and definitely for the main election.
They're posting on Facebook. President Trump should talk to check out all the illegal aliens. The ones without any criminal records can stay, provided they vote Republican. You watch how fast the Democrats will get them out of the country.
Yeah, I'm just happy it's, I'm happy we don't have Kamala right now, so I'm very happy.
I really think they had planned to cheat that election big time, and they backed away because they knew they were going to be caught.
Well, like it said, too big to rig. There's just too much overwhelming to rig, supposedly. How's it going, Rallis? Hope you're not driving in the bad weather somewhere out there.
Yeah, it hit. Excuse me. It hit here today. Didn't get near as much snow as they first said, but they changed the forecast like 30 times.
Yeah, you're probably in one of those zones where it switches all the time. Hard to predict. There's a lot of areas that are hard to predict.
Yeah,
ours is pretty easy because you can see it coming, from wherever. Yeah.
They let's see, about an hour ago it turned into a mix of snow and sleet, and then they're talking maybe a little snow later tonight, some more, and then sleet and rain tomorrow. Our plant manager's already called work off for Monday because it's supposed to be, well, something like about 4 degrees.
Mm.
And the roads aren't going to thaw off. So, they put all that brine and salt on the highways and roads, but after it gets so cold, that really doesn't help any.
Mm-hmm. Heading to Tennessee. Yeah, so let's see. What was the latest gun you got? What was that, garage guy? What was that?
Was it the Ruger RXM?
Probably your last video, I think, which has been a while, but what's it been, a week or something?
I think it was maybe New Year's Eve or something like that. I did my 3 favorite gun purchases of 2025, but yeah, the Ruger RXM, I got that brand new. I really like it.
Hmm.
And answer chessboard over there. Yeah, our lieutenant governor, she's Muslim, and she was sworn in on I guess you call it the Muslim Bible, the Quran.
Quran.
Yeah.
It's like what New York did. Yeah, New York guy did. That should be illegal. That's no. This is a Christian country. Assimilate. Don't be doing Quran swear-ins. I don't know. I guess if that makes them swear in and be more honest, I don't know. Okay, whatever floats your boat. But this is a Christian country.
Yeah.
So, what's been happening everywhere else, UK and everything. We don't want that. Well, Minnesota, a few other states next to them. Yeah, we don't want that. The Somalis got to go. The Somalis got to go. They've never been useful anywhere in history, unless you go thousands of years back, maybe.
Yeah, if you want to make some money, go to Minnesota and open up a daycare center. Thing is, you don't need any kids. You just rent a building, put daycare sign up, and boom, old Tampon Tim will send you all the money you need.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of states in trouble now because of the immigrant care. They're only allotted emergency care, so they've been doing all this other stuff, and that's billions. So, and they're working on that right now. A lot of stuff doesn't get done, I know, but there's so many things to do. So, they definitely have paperwork on that. So, Newsom's the worst culprit, California, by far.
If
They have
they
a, they have
take
a whole
down,
list. Yeah.
if they take down one of them, concentrate on one, okay? And they're going to realize it can be done. Once you set the precedent, then they can all tumble.
Yes. Yeah. Go after the top dogs that are doing it. Make examples out of them. Hmm. We want justice. That's for sure. Yep. So, yeah, if you're an immigrant, you got to assimilate to our culture. You can have whatever religion you want because that's part of our country, but don't shove it in our face and tell us it's bad and pull all this other bullshit. No, not having it.
Yeah, we got a few immigrant workers around my area, but the people that hire them, they won't, before they're hired, they got to show proof that they're here legally.
Yeah, if you're legal, boom.
Yeah. If somebody does it the right way, comes in legal, more power to them. I ain't got a problem with that. But there's a few of them that's kind of assimilated themselves pretty well. There's one guy that I used to work with. He's got a different job now. He come up from Guadalajara, I think it was called, and hell, he started smoking Marlboros and drinking Jim Beam and had some Budweisers during the evening, and you never really saw any Latinos do that around here like that. He's like, hey, I'm one of you now. I'm like, well, good for you.
Well, Latinos are great. It's just do it legally. No, I have no problem with that. Let's see. Clark is here. Jim Ben Bud Washer. Waster. What does this mean? Anyway, Clark's, how's it going? Did he mean Budweiser? No. I'm drinking Coors. Ugh. Regular beer. Ugh.
I told that fella, I said, one day you'll graduate from Jim Beam and move up to Jack Daniels. You'll really be up there then. So.
Uh-huh. Sorry, the son needed the fridge. There we go. Yeah, no, I don't have a problem with any legals. I have a great video on a lady that immigrated here from Venezuela, and she's telling it like it is, okay? And it's the most awesome video. I tried to copy and paste it on Fuzzy's latest videos, but it didn't take. But she talks about when the Americans were there in the 70s and 80s with oil, they built all the roads. Everything was great. Everything was great. Nice stores, nice everything. The Americans, when they came here drilling their oil, everything improved. And then
Aramco is.
So, and then she talks about how these people that protest about what happened to Maduro or whatever, they have no clue. Those people that complain in America, they have no clue.
They're
What
getting
it's-
paid
what
to
it's
do
like.
it. They're not, they have no, they don't care what it is. How much you paying me to protest? That's what it's all about.
Yeah, but they have no clue on what it's like to how good it is here. Anyway, it's a nice video, and she's so it's just perfect the way she did it, and it's a really crappy in a bedroom, somebody interviewing her, some news channel actually. It was really good. So yeah, they want their freedom just like Iran wants their freedom. So let's give them their freedom. They're getting killed for it, both of them. So let's get them their freedom. We went through the same thing. Oh, so anyway, hopefully we see a lot of good. The Iran thing kind of scares me. We don't want anything ugly. In and out, get out of there. Just throw rifles at them. Give them cases of rifles. Boom, they're done. A few grenades, a few launchers. Bam. That's the tough part. You don't know who's who, but they do. We don't. Well, we got intelligence there, but Mossad is really good about that. They got people in there, but it's a nightmare when they hang around the people. You don't want casualties, civilians. So,
Well, a lot of those people doing the killing over in Iran aren't even Iranians. A lot of them come from Iraq or Afghanistan or even Somalia.
well, they're the Islamist regime, and there's fewer of them, but they're so violent. They, like they're executing people just to keep them in line, and that's how they got in the first place. But they're outnumbered, and the people want it so bad. Somebody's got to help them. So I think it's us, the Israelis, and now Brits, which I think is odd because you don't want to give them intel because they can backstab you. I don't trust the Brits right now, or the UK, or UN, none of that. So you can't trust them. They're going to leak. We shall see. It's going down any minute now because you don't want another 60,000 killed. Just plain executions.
Well, after what we did to them last summer, us in Israel, you didn't hear the Russians or Chinese complain too much about it.
Well, the Russians are actually evacuating Iran right now. A lot of airplanes are not going to or from. The Russians are bailing out of there right now. But you still have some of those people that are hiding in Iraq. It's just a nightmare over there. It always has been. It's not easy. So we will see. Patriot Paul is here. Huh. Yeah. Now, as far as Palestine, I really don't give a rip about Palestine. Leave it a hole. But Iranian people though they were. You go back to '79 and stuff. They were peaceful. They got along with the Jews and everybody. It was more peaceful, and they want their lives back. Anyway, this is all political tonight, isn't it? Oh well, that's what's going on. So there.
Does anybody go ahead?
No, you go ahead.
Well, you said it's all political. Let me ask this: does anybody here like firearms?
Yep. I think I do. Yeah. I've been itching to reload, so man, it's been a while. So I gotta shoot some of Ricky's mold, a 38 357. I gotta shoot those. I have some harder ones, and they're all cured and powder coated. I just gotta load them up.
Yeah, I saw where Smith and Wesson brought back the Night Guard revolver.
Yeah. There's a 44 special 5-shot. And what's the other one?
It's a 7-shot 357.
Okay. What I want them to do is a no lock 3-inch round butt 13. As a matter of fact, it popped up on my side thing, and who was it? Anyway, a guy popped up. He acquired a mint one, the FBI revolver. 357, 3-inch round butt, K-frame blued, and it was mint. And I'm like, damn it, where did he get that? And anyway, he's shooting it, and he's shooting some 357s, and I'm like, those things are so rare right now. Just shoot 38 strip. At least he knew the difference between heavy and light 357. So he wasn't shooting 125 grain or less and cracking the forcing cone on it. So that's good. He knew about that. He mentioned it. So I'm like, all right, that's good. Because that's the baby. I had 2 of them get out of my hands, and that's on my list if I ever find another. All right. If it's reasonable. But I hope Smith would make another one of those. Otherwise, I'm going to find something else that's similar. Yeah, okay, hobbies. There's not much that interests me in the SHOT Show. They call it the year of the can, suppressors. Didn't see very much. High Point's got their name on a suppressor made by AIW or whoever. And that thing's loud, but there's going to be High Point's going to sell a suppressor. And, but yeah, not a whole lot that really interests me. I've seen Pieta has some Anaconda clone. Really? Wow. And it should be cheaper. Wow, I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to have to look that up. Yep.
I've got a Smith & Wesson Model 64-8 revolver. It's a K-frame 38 special. I really enjoy shooting that thing. You can take the hot 38 plus P rounds. It's about like shooting a 22.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 1400. See, I can't do that. I can't do that on a revolver. I'm sorry. I'm just so used to old prices. Yeah, it'd have to be something really, really, really special. Well, that sucks. Italians ain't gonna work that cheap, I bet. Oops, there used to be. I thought Pietas were cheaper. Maybe I'm thinking about the other cowboy gun brand. Oh well.
You ain't thinking of Heritage Rough Rider, are you?
CCI. No. CCI is making pellets. Huh. Interesting. Could be decent. Yeah. I'm surprised you don't have a pellet swager, Ricky. Don't they have pellet swagers where you can just swage your own? It's probably a pain in the butt, I guess, but I don't know. It'd be interesting. No bullets. Oh, bullets? Airgun bullets. Oh, okay. For the bigger bores, right? Hmm.
I don't know. Air gun's always a lot of fun to shoot. There's a big audience on YouTube that really gets into that.
Yeah, 6-shooter Texan's been doing a bunch of videos on the wad cutters. Okay, 22 caliber. Okay. Ah, so they're making little 22 caliber bullets. Why not just take a 22 and pull the bullet? No? Get a little 22 bullet puller and find some corroded bullets and pull them. Why can I see 6-shooter Texan chat again?
In the top of the chat, it says top chat. Click on that and then change it to live chat. I have the same problem. I keep forgetting to change it.
Pellet swaging is becoming very popular. Yeah, we just have, a couple pumps, the pump pistol, and then what do they call her name? The break open one pump thing. What's her name that's on the gun? Anyway.
Benjamin?
No. I went brain dead. It's a lady with a 6-shooter Texan knows what I'm talking about. It's a lady logo. It's a one pump break open. It's very, very well made. I mean, nice bluing, everything.
Yeah, the one I have, I don't remember who makes it. I got it from Midway. It was pretty cheap. They had it up, blowing them out. And that freaking thing is even hard to cock it. The thing is strong as hell, man. It came with a scope and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, why is the name on the tip of my tongue? Anyway. I don't know. It's a good pellet gun for what it is. It's a Springer. Hobbies. I can't see any comment replies on any videos today. Not just mine. You might have to reboot or redo your app. I don't know.
I don't know. A local gun shop had a Gammo Whisper pellet rifle. I come really close to getting it here a few weeks ago.
Well, you can get those at Walmart, I believe. Yeah. I ordered a bullet reshaper. Oh, the 22. The 22. Yeah. Let me know how that goes, he say. Interesting. Let's plug in here. Yeah, it sounds interesting. I got too much stuff to fart around with, but if I didn't, that'd be a fun one to see, how you can tweak the 22s.
9
Jake
o'clock.
had to reinstall. So yeah, sometimes you have to reinstall your YouTube, I guess. Yeah, Patriot Paul, they're not cheap, but they you can take a live round and tweak it, you know. And also do a hollow point, I think. Okay. Have a nice dinner, hubbies.
I saw those 4 things on. It's like it's 22. Unless you're in real crazy competition, I wouldn't waste my money on it.
Well, it's for like, say you're having a CCI standard or something, and you want to bore a little bigger. I think it's, swages it a little bit, so it's riding the bore a little bigger, stuff like that. I don't think I'll ever have tracks. Where would I put the tracks, Patriot Ball? I mean, I don't want those. We got no room for the tracks. I think it'd be fun. You go slower, of course, but you can go anywhere. That's for sure. This truck was dragging trucks up a hill. Gently tweak, yes. How in was not sub to Heisei's channel? Oh, jeez. Bad. Sometimes I get bumped off of subs I have.
Yeah, I have that happen to me once in a while.
Yeah.
And, you don't realize that it's not there until like you're talking about something, then you realize you've seen it.
Yeah, and then some people I'll think, wow, I haven't seen a video from them forever. So I go check and yeah, they're there. They're just not doing a video. So you get it both ways. Yeah, check out Heisei's channel. Just know
45 got an award from the NRA again.
You got a what from the NRA?
An award. He got an Oscar for his channel on YouTube.
Who did?
Pitcock 45.
Oh, you got an award?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen his stuff for a long time.
I go on there and, I got to be interested in what he's showing. Otherwise, I don't spend time. But, like he did something there with, he had some Hamley stuff, and so I made some comments on that one, but I don't comment on most of this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, well, at least he pretty much stayed true to, he's making a ton of money now. At least he stayed true, being kind of goofy like he is, and didn't try to be something else. He's pretty much the same as he used to be, except for there's a few things they want to try and sell you or whatever. But other than that, he stayed true to himself. Because, we're talking retirement money, buying houses money. He's making tons of money. Yeah.
8 million subscribers, I believe.
Yeah, you get 8 million, you can buy houses. You can buy neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. And then you had Demolition Ranch, who quit. He probably couldn't take it. Well, he's got a family. He was making a ton of money. But then he started getting just like same old stuff, he kind of lost his flavor when he was younger. You know, the reason people started watching him in the first place. And it kind of got, what do I want to say, commercial? I don't know. But yeah, he quit. He made a ton of money and got out. I think he sold his guns too. Didn't he bring his guns to a gun shop and sold them off to people and signed the gun or whatever? Yeah. I think that's what he did. He's like, okay, this is from this video. And then people would buy it, you know, bid on it, whatever, and then he'd sign it for them. Yeah.
There was somebody here on YouTube about 10 years ago. And I don't know if he got in trouble with the law or what. He pretended like he was a Russian, FPS Russia, I think was the channel.
Yes, Russia.
Yeah.
He was one of the first big boys, yeah, doing all the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if he got in some legal trouble or if he just up and
He
quit.
did. No, he got in some kind of trouble and then quit. I forget what it was. Maybe something to do with the ATF or something. Yeah, he did. But yeah, he was like one of the older
Yeah.
channels that started all that stuff. You know, kind of like a Demolition Ranch. You know, before that. Oops, got caught on something. Yeah. I don't know. People like those kind of videos. People just showing them shooting the same thing every time and then blowing stuff up. And oh, shoot. Now I'm all screwed up. Get this plugged in. Yep. Yeah, something happened to him. Then he came clean. I'm not Russian. And it's weird seeing him talk normal. I thought it was funny. It was a nice gig that he did. He almost got himself killed with Tannerite.
Yeah.
Blowing up a car or something, and it went right over his shoulder. Yeah. Yeah. He was funny. He had a good spiel, you know, the Russian thing. But yeah, he almost got killed in that one video. That's a famous video. I usually watch smaller channels, though. I just like regular guys. Small channels. Not a big channel guy. They want to sell you something or some shit, you know. Or you got to have a special membership to watch some of my videos. I hate that. I hate that.
Here's what kills me about the big channels. The company, say Smith & Wesson, will send them a firearm, you know, to do a video with. You know, nothing wrong with that. But if there's a problem with that firearm, there's this one channel in particular, the son of a gun will not mention the problem. He'll just keep shooting it or whatever. The spent shells would be ejecting off his face, off the top of his head, and never one time he would mention that during the whole video. And I just stopped watching it.
Yeah. Or they'll cut, you know, and it's like, oh, what happened there? You know,
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
I'll just say this about him. He's out of South Carolina, and it is not Greg Newton, but I'm not going to mention who it is. But I quit watching his channel. He was getting pelted in the face with the shells, and never one time did he mention it. That's what do you call it? A company shield, I guess. You know, company man.
Yeah, I just like the smaller, more honest guys, you know. I don't know. Don't try and sell me something. Don't give me a, you know, big intro to watch. Don't stop in the middle of the video and do a commercial on selling you know, whatever. Yeah. I do like Herrera, what's his name? Herrera, whatever. It's Brandon. Even though he'll do that stuff, he's funny. So he's got a great sense of humor. Like he'll do the tack pack, you know, the tack pack, whatever. You get a box every month, and he'll just start chucking the shit over his shoulder, like, yeah, the foof. You know, selling their stuff. Anyway, yeah, Brandon's funny. He's fun. He's just got a great sense of humor. So, and I hope he wins. You know, running again. So we need someone like that. He even went to Congress and spoke once. So, yeah. Anyway. Ultimate Reloader, what a joke. Who is the Ultimate Reloader? Huh. I don't know.
Yeah, his channel's different name what in the beginning. He's all about the money at this point now.
Well, that's the thing. Greed kills. So
he does all these product reviews and stuff like that, and they give him all this equipment for free, and he has the laser too, like Kenny, and he does back stuff and whatever.
Yeah, the Ultimate it sounds familiar, but
he just did a review on the new RCBA case trimmer that came out. That's $700. You can keep that freaking thing, $700. I can't believe people spend that kind of money on a case trimmer.
Oh, that Gavin guy. Okay.
Yeah, Gavin. Yeah.
Yeah. His older videos, he had a table with a few rails on it to move your things around, and
yeah,
I know. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, you can't. I couldn't trust that guy. Once he got, you know, money. No.
I never heard him actually give a bad review, so obviously he's getting paid to give a review.
Yeah, you know, I've seen a couple guys. They're not huge channels. They, you know, I don't know how many thousand, but I've seen a couple guys. They got something from the factory, and they said, "This sucks." I'm sorry, it sucks. You know, they want an honest review. They're not going to tell me what to say, but man, this sucked. And it's like, okay, that guy's all right.
Didn't some company send Scotsman a optic or something, and he pretty much trashed it on the video?
Yeah, see, some are afraid they won't get any more free stuff off Amazon, so they just, you know, kind of avoid the bad. I don't know. Yeah, there's other people doing videos for him.
Yeah, he's got a couple of helpers now, whatever, they come on and do a lot of most of the video, and he just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I hope all is well, Tread. Good to see you, Tread.
We're down to 13 degrees right now. My thermostat's set to 74, and the reading in the house is 71. That's how good my oil burner stays up with keeping the house warm.
I'll tell you, it wouldn't do for me to be a Taurus representative and doing a review after the luck I had with their rimfire revolvers last year. Had to send about 3 in a row, had to send all 3 back.
Yeah, and it's nothing new, I can tell you that. We had to take them off the shelves because they kept coming back. There's something about the 22. At first, to fix it, they made the hammer spring so heavy, you couldn't pull it double action, and it was really stiff single action, and it still had problems. So I don't know what they've done since then. This is years ago, but the 22s were always an issue. Get a
Yeah,
30, you're fine.
Congrats, Brad.
I bought one back about 5 years ago. I got thousands of rounds through it, no problem. Then I bought an ultralight. The thing was a piece of crap. I sent it back, and when it come back from the factory, it was worse than it was before I sent it off. And then I had another one. I sent it back. It wouldn't fire. Double single action wouldn't do nothing. They sent it back, and it works great now. I got about 2,000 rounds through it, and I currently have a 22 revolver with theirs with a 3-inch barrel. It's still at the factory, and I sent it back. I guess November. I guess.
I guess the Ruger LCRs are okay. Smith was fine. The older Smiths were always fine.
Yeah, the LCRs are great. 6-shooter. I got the Taurus 22 Magnum revolver, and it works really well.
F-Class John, never heard of him. Huh.
You don't put much out either.
I don't know. I don't watch those people, really. Unless it's like a subject I want to see, and then whatever pops up in there, you click on a few to see what's going on, but not really.
Yeah, a lot of these people, they were something that popped up on, on a YouTube site, whatever, ads or whatever. And, oh, I was looking for that, or I was doing a search for something and he came up. And so then I subscribed, and then it's like, now I don't even look at his channel. I still subscribe, but he might post something I might be interested in.
Newer tourist guns. Huh. Yeah, now you saw what I went through with that Rossi threaded barrel. 6 to 8 weeks, to fix it, and then does it get fixed? Same, Taurus Rossi are together now, so that's who I had to call in Georgia. Yeah, so.
Hell, I got Taurus on my speed dial. That's a shame to say it, but it's true. Now the old Brazilian Rossi revolvers were recalled for accidentally going off if you drop them, whatever. The old ones. So if you ever come across an old one, beware of that. They wanted them all to come back and get fixed or replaced with a newer revolver. And I don't know if they're grandfathering them in anymore. Yeah, Rossi made in Brazil. That's right. However, I like Rossi's. I love my 44 92, and this one, other than being badly threaded, it works great. It's fine. Feeds everything. It's fun with the can on it. It's really fun. I got to get that back out. I just cleaned my 22 cans, so my son's got a little blurb, safety, super safety, whatever, and I had to get in there and knock some chunks out of one of them. Yeah. That melts that 22 fast. Anyway.
Well, guys, I'm going to bail.
Okay, Andy, good luck with the weather.
Yeah, and good luck to everybody out there that's in the storm path.
We'll see, Andy.
Take care, everyone. Good night, everybody in the side chat.
All right. Good night, Andy. See you next week. Yeah, if I wanted another caliber, the 32 LCR would be fun. Revolver, but I don't want another caliber. No more. I bounce around too much anyway. I heard that Marlin's making a 10 millimeter lever action, and I'm thinking, why? Unless you buy ammo and you don't reload and you don't have 44, why? But hey, it's kind of neat, I guess. I don't know. 10 millimeter lever action. Interesting.
Yeah, I think Ruger and Smith & Wesson have 10 millimeter carbines as well.
Same with High Point.
Yeah.
And then you have your AR styles. And my son's got a really good Strybog, which has a roller delay bolt. And all it is a pin, so it's not complicated like an HK. Man, that thing is fun to shoot and mild to shoot. Okay, good night, Tread. Take care. Yeah, the Strybog's cool. They're a little pricier than building your own, putting together your own AR. But I do like roller delayed. Oh, there's I don't know if he's still listening here. There's a buffer. Yeah, same thing you thought. Yeah. Well, I'm glad 10 millimeters back. That means more breasts. More breasts. Same with 5.7. It's gotten popular again. So more breasts for me. I load both. So anyway, my son has a roller delayed buffer, but it's really hard to unstick it when you rack around and everything, but it works so good. That's on a blurb trigger. But Foxtrot mics, I haven't been seeing I guess they're coming out with new stuff, but they have a buffer that is more the length of a rifle buffer, and then it has a spring on the outside of it also, and then reciprocating, I think. And that is very interesting, and that's to take the recoil off a blowback, and I might get one and throw it on my 45, and if I like it, I'm going to send one to Heisei, see if he likes one. I'll order some more, but I got to try one first. I don't want to buy 3 at once. And then I'll put one on my 9 also. But that's kind of neat. They came out with that kit. And you have to use, really call it A5 buffer tube. It's just slightly longer, so you can put in that longer buffer in there. And then it's got a shock absorber on the buffer. So that was kind of neat. And it's cheaper than the ones that are all one piece. It is, anyway. Thought I'd throw that in there. Let's see. 5.7 was never popular until manufacturers. Yeah, well, it wasn't. I remember when the FN pistol came out, and everyone, I gotta have the newest thing, and then it died down, and then Ruger and a bunch of other companies, PSA. Everyone's making 5.7 pistols and carbines now. And so it is back. And I noticed the ammo's coming down, especially the Fiocchi. It's coming down in price. PSA will sell it on sale. But if you load for it, you got these teeny tiny little bullets that cost nothing. 45 grain, 35 to 45 grain. And it takes very little powder, but you got to be super careful loading that. It's the scariest cartridge I load for.
Yeah, Ruger, Kel-Tec, Smith and Wesson, those guys. PSA, like you said, got that 5.7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Celtic has, yeah.
Kel-Tec's got what, a 50 round capacity or 30? I can't remember.
Yeah, and then you have the AR uppers that take the FN mags, the 50 round drums that go right on top of the handguard.
Right.
Cold hearted bastard just picked up one of those.
Ooh.
And they improved it because you got, I guess, the early ones, and this could happen in all kinds of carbines. The neck broke off in the chamber, and kaboom! The next round goes in, fires, kaboom! So they fixed that. So now they're all fixed from a year or two ago. So he should have fun with that. It's a vicious little nasty round. Some people say 22 Magnum's just as good, blah, blah, blah. No, it isn't. You can't reload it. And it's not quite what you can do with the 5.7. And everyone's making their cans 5.7 capable, so they're built good enough for 5.7.
Yeah, I was reading on gun forums somewhere a while back at some small police departments over in Europe. Some carry 5.7.
Well, okay, yeah, the TCM's cool because that would be more comfy reloading. I can grab you a piece of brass that's on my desk right now. And yeah, if, my son bought the 5.7, so I got to go with that. But if I was choosing, it would have been the TCM. And then you can shoot your 1911 with both 9 and TCM at the same time. Just swap the barrels. The Rock Island. And of course, that 9mm bolt action was a TCM. And then Kenny converted it to 9. And that thing is awesome. I love that. It's so cheap to shoot and quiet. I love that 9mm bolt action. And very few people have a 9mm bolt action or 45. 45 would be cool too.
Didn't Rock Island, I'm trying to think of this other caliber they put out in the pistol. I want to say 38 Super.
38 Super's been around forever. That was, yeah. That it's longer. It was more made for like a 1911 cycling, everything. They used to compete with them. At the beginning, you had Super Face when they would be unsupported and blow up, and they called it Super Face. And then they fixed the chambers on them. There's a whole, that's old school stuff.
Yeah.
Michael, why do you say 5.7 scary to load? It is because you're within tenths of a grain. Okay, in some case, you got to be very careful. It's pressure you're dealing with, and I stick to like the loads I do, and they're great. So, but yeah, if like say your powder measure's not throwing good, you could get in trouble. Yeah, real quick. It's a vicious little cartridge. And then, of course, you got the lacquered casings to help delay, and it's blowback. So, blowback with vicious, two bad things. There's no bolt keeping it locked. It's relying on the bolt keeping it forward. Yeah, so vicious little monkey. But I like it. I actually enjoyed loading it. And it made me really have to think, okay, I even got the best case gauge you can get for it, Sheraton gauge, so you can see everything. Oh, what's going on when you size them and everything. Yeah, that's why it's the scariest for me. 38 Super is a neat little round. Yeah, I got a piece of brass on the bench. that I pulled out of some 9mm brass, whatever. Yeah, 38 Super is cool. It's still popular, very popular in Mexico because they couldn't have the same calibers that the police had. So they love 38 Super. Especially engraved 1911s with pimping grips. They just love that stuff. Anyway, so like hotcakes. Let's see. Oh, the TCM scares you? Yeah, well, join the club. The 5.7's even probably a little scarier. Yeah. Okay, Rellis. Hang on. Both of them. Both of them
go
are
ahead.
loud. Both of them are very loud. Okay, go ahead.
Didn't Rock Island put out 1911? It come with two barrels. One was 9mm, and I can't remember if the other was 38 Super or the 22 TCM. It come with both barrels.
Yes. Well, it comes with the 9mm and the TCM barrel.
Right.
So you get it a kit, you same magazines, everything. So that was a neat niche. How's it going, Rellis?
Pretty good so far. Just had some dinner. I was outside all day, cutting and slashing and burning and cutting and slashing and burning. So then take advantage of the nice weather. But yeah, just figured I'd jump on for a little bit.
Cool.
And,
I have to mute for a minute. I got to pay. I'll be right back.
then tomorrow it's going to be 85 degrees. And then a front's going to come through, and then it'll be down in the 30s at night. So, and highs of only 50 and 60 degrees. So, but I'll be on my way up to Tennessee tomorrow afternoon.
What part of Tennessee?
You know where Chattanooga is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay, that's right. Where you're at, you're not. Anyways, Lenoir City. I think it's Lenoir City or just Lenoir, Tennessee. Anyways, it's about 75 miles north of Chattanooga.
Right.
Almost the suburb of Knoxville. I mean, Knoxville's a lot closer. Right there off of 75. So I'm going to be blowing Kyle's phone up. What's the weather like up there? What's the weather like up there? Yeah. And see what's.
You said
Yeah. I'm about 2 hours north of Knoxville up in Virginia.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and, but yeah, so what has me concerned, I don't care about, especially the snow. I like driving in the snow because everybody else is off the road. And I have the road to myself. I turn on the music nice and low and just kick back and do that thing. But ice is a whole different story. So
Yeah.
And what I'm worried is I'm going to get up there. I'm going to bust my ass to get up there and get in there and get parked and lay everything out and be ready to go. And I get a phone call Monday morning and say, "Oh, we're not going to be until Tuesday." Yeah. And then just like, okay, great. But other than that, that's, like I said, just been trimming and cleaning them. I started working in the backyard about 10 o'clock this morning, and other than taking about an hour off for lunch, but, just doing that homestead thing on my whole acre of land.
85 degrees. Wow.
But, yeah, well, I mean, but then starting Monday, like I said, it's going to cool down pretty good. I mean, it's going to go back to normal wintertime down here. Yeah, which is 30s at night, and 60s and 70s during the day. So, and that'll last for about another week or so, and it's going to start warming up. Yeah, in middle of February, will be the last of the really cold days. So then by March it'll be 70s and 80s, every day.
Good
Good
night.
night, chessboard.
Good night, chessboard. Oh, we got Tin Man.
And it's Pat's birthday today. Well, happy birthday if you're watching, Pat.
Happy birthday, Pat. I sent him something and I said, I hope you don't have one of these. And he had 2 of them. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I thought it was cool. And he's got 2 of them. And he goes, you don't remember? I'm like, no, I don't remember. You had one when you came over? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, I didn't remember anything. Jeez. But he said that's okay because you can use 3 in a certain way that's really cool. So I won't go. Well, you're going to have to find out later, Tin Man. But, yeah. Anyway, I should have asked. You don't ask. Oh, you should have asked us. I don't know if you guys would remember either. I thought it was cool, so oh well, next time. And then I forgot he mentioned he saw the squares on my shoes when I did the Colonial Guy video, and he wanted a pilgrim hat with the square on it. And I was like, son of a bitch, I could have got him that. Oh, well.
The original O-Light video always cracks me up.
The original O-Light.
Yeah.
No,
you're holding a bow and arrow and you got a little candle or something burning right
oh, the original Calculite. Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the spear one has a whole basket of kindling. Yeah. I know. That was fun. The first one I did was in the garage. I just put a drop cloth down on the garage door, so it looked like I'm kind of in a cave. That was the first guy I did, the brunette guy. Yeah. Let's see. Did you get him Elephant Hunter's helmet? That would have been perfect. Son of a bitch. Oh, that would have been perfect. See, you guys, I should talk to you guys. Anyway. Anyway, Pat's starting to get old. So you already had 2 of them, though. Oh my gosh.
Well, fellas, I guess I'm going to get off here and get me something to eat. I ain't had supper yet.
I had a pretty late supper myself, so.
Well, you fellas take care. I'll get y'all next time.
All right,
See you in a
thanks
little
for
bit.
coming on, and we'll see you later.
All right, take care.
Hope you get your Taurus back soon.
I hope so too.
All right, take care, Mark.
Now, have you been paying a lot of attention to the SHOT Show? I normally tune out. I mean, if I see something really special, maybe. Usually TFB or TFB, they tend to get a lot of good stuff in there. So I'll check, see when they pop up. Yeah, but this 50 or 60 guys doing the same video over the same booths, and you can never hear what the hell they're saying because it's so friggin' noisy in there. So I just don't pay attention. But apparently Pieta is finally going to start releasing their Python knockoff in the U.S.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Yeah.
And but I guess it's still going to be right around the $1,100 mark. Well, hell, you can buy a
Colt.
yeah, buy the Colt. Now, I'm not saying I'd turn it down. I want, yeah, but yeah, that's so far. That's 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so they're doing the Henderson. I thought they did like Hornaday did and just stole the design for the Henderson, because I have the Henderson. I just don't have the motor for it. I just use a power drill, but it's a nice setup. But,
$600 is probably more than all three presses combined that I paid for at the time.
but here's the thing. Yes, it's a six. I think I paid $4 for mine because I didn't get the motor. Like I said, you can get the motor later.
Mm-hmm.
I did a half a 5-gallon bucket of 223 brass that was sized, but yeah, it was range pickups. I sized it and everything, and I trimmed it. And it took me 3 years to do the first half of it. It took me 3 days to do the second half.
Mm.
Yeah, it was worth. Yeah, it's like anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Is the value worth the money? In this case, it was. I set it up. I did all that brass. I think I even put a couple videos up about it. And if you're just cutting three, if you have 50 pieces of brass that you've been using for the last 10 years, okay, it's not worth it. But when you do volume, it just makes things so much quicker and easier. It's a good setup. They had their stuff together. They put that setup. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like why would you buy a snowblower for your tractor? Well, it makes life easy.
So much easier, especially
Yeah.
So I mean, you just got, and it's not like it costs $600 every time you use it. You pay it once, you get it done and out of the way, and you own it. You'll have it for a very long time. Yeah. I personally don't think I don't see where these $1,200 and $1,400 like the 417 presses. I'd love to have one. I mean, I really would, but there's so many other things in the queue before I'd buy one of those. But I'd have no trouble paying, say, $500 or $600 for some of these. There's one that was being made in South Africa. I don't know if they still make it, but it was like $500 or $600, but it was it looked like a well-made equipment. So, but those Hendersons though, they're worth the money. Hey, hobbies.
Now, does it look like it costs $400 to make, or what? He's back from.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't know. I've never been to the company. I've never talked to anybody. Everything's quality. Everything's well made. It's well thought out. The big thing is these are going to be specialty pieces of equipment, and it's not going to be a high volume output, so it's going to be more expensive because it has to be worth Mr. Henderson's or whoever the people are who own the company. It has to be worth their money, worth their time and labor. So it's well made. everything's nice and smooth. It does, just what they say, everybody says. And yeah, I mean, I would not be surprised if it's $300 to $400 just for materials and labor before there's any profit. So,
Yeah, because you would think 400 if they sell it for 6.
yeah, like I said, and I bought mine without the motor. The motor bumps it up another couple $100. But it's all American made. I don't know where they get the materials from, but they do the job. They do a really nice job on it. I was very happy when I started to use it. I put a little dab of oil on it every once in a while on the bars that you run the the actual bar, the guide rods. That's it. Yeah. So I have to get a call
I'll
up
have
for
to
the.
look at it in the shop. So it's called the RCBS new trimmer, I guess. They search it.
I'm talking to Henderson. I never even looked at the RCBS or the Hornaday. Hornaday basically stole the. I mean, it's a blatant ripoff, even down to the friggin' color. Which, well, it's Hornaday red, so I guess you can't go there. But I think I think it was Tin Man who said RCBS is working with Henderson with it. Yeah, exactly. No. Yeah.
Looks like I'm lagging a bit out in the garage again. I thought it was solved.
Patriot Paul, was that the Franklin Armory or was that the 417? Because I know the 417 has all kinds of. Okay.
The new Frankfurt.
Yeah. I'm when our taxes come in, which I haven't even done them yet, but when they do come in, if we have anything left over, because we got a couple big bills I want to get, just make them go away. I'm bouncing back and forth in my head whether to do the classic Model 29 and if I do the classic, whether to do the 4-inch or the 6-inch this time around, or just go ahead and buy a mountain gun. So,
let's get back inside where I don't break up. I don't know what's going on. It's the cold.
Yeah, it's area 419, like Hobby says, and their powder funnels they're machinists. Yeah, they're machinists who are also gun guys. So of course it's going to be, and I'd probably be the same way if I could run a mill.
All right. $419 funnel.
Yeah, the funnel. Yeah, but they're high, high end stuff. Well machined and everything. I like my little plastic Lee funnel. It seems to do just as well as those other ones.
Well, yeah, I'll have to check out what you're talking about and what the motor looks like and everything else.
Well, what I did was I bought the trimmer, but I didn't buy the motor.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hooked up a $20 Harbor Freight drill to it. And have a couple batteries, and just by the time the battery dies, I'm ready to go do something else anyways. And So, and like I said, once you get your rhythm going, you make good time with it.
Hmm.
So, now,
Ooh.
I was going through. What was I doing? Oh, I was looking through one of the gun deal sites. Anyways, I saw that there was at one time, I guess Smith and Wesson did a 41 mountain gun and 41 Magnum, and it was blued. So it was a Model 57 on a 657.
Yep.
I told Susan if Smith and Wesson comes out with a new one like that, we're not paying house payments. We're not making car payments. It's just, yeah. We'll eat ramen noodles for a week. She just gave me the stink eye.
All right. So Tin Man sent me a picture. Thanks, Tin Man. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, prepping brass sucks. But, hey, I'm just glad I got a prep station, So,
Well, the bench I built last year, I mean, it took about 5 minutes for it to just become cluttered, a ton of stuff on it. But
oh, yeah.
what I did is I put it on I just took some 2x4s and made a little stand, and I just bolted it into place. And when I'm done with it, I took it apart, put it in a box, and next time I do another big batch,
Mhm.
because I normally don't trim 223 after if it's just a generic stuff, even if I'm making match loads. I only do Lake City or Federal, and everything else just gets put away. So once it's been sized and trimmed, and usually 223 doesn't stretch after the first shot. The first time around, anyways. So now, if like my my Starline 223 brass, or if I have a batch of new brass that I bought for a specific gun, I'll anneal and trim those every time that they need it.
Mhm.
I'll anneal every time. Oh, excuse me. Then I'll trim it whenever it needs to be trimmed. But just the generic stuff, it gets processed once and then just gets loaded until it cracks.
It doesn't grow on you that much after,
It does. I've never noticed it. Usually I'm only shooting, a couple different guns, most of the time anyways. The other guns are, oh, hey, I'm going to take this second 223 with me. Usually I'm just shooting either my Bushmaster, which there's no Bushmaster parts left on it. Everything has been replaced except for the lower and upper. Or I'm shooting my Howa in 223. So then it's like, oh, well, hey, I'm going to play with the BRN, my BRN 180. Or, oh, I'm going to play with the Kitty Cat, the short barrel DPMS. But, I might shoot them one day at the range, put 100 rounds through them, a couple hundred rounds. Then they might not, they get cleaned up and put back, and they might not get shot for 6 months or a year even. I haven't shot the BRN for about a year now. Of course, the accuracy on it doesn't impress me either. So, but my Bushmaster, last time I was out, I was at the 600-yard range, where I was shooting it at 600 yards. I probably put 300 rounds through just shooting a steel plate at 600 yards. Once I got myself dialed in, course, I'm shooting a silhouette plate. I mean, it's not
Yep.
I'm shooting minute of angle or anything, but just sat there and I just ran the piss out of it. Hell, there's days I'll on some of these rifles, I'll run more rounds through at one day at the range than some people will shoot their gun the entire time. That they've owned it. I'm not patting myself on the back or saying I'm going hard ass or anything, but just once I get in the groove and I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm there to enjoy myself. I paid $15 to walk onto this piece of property. I'm going to get my $15 worth out of it.
Get your pound of flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 223 I've been reloading is all PMC brass, and I kind of like it. So
the biggest reason I just went to either Lake City or the Federal as far as my range pickup, I had so many different friggin' buckets. I had one bucket with PMC, one bucket with Lake City, one bucket. And it was just like, so I still pick everything up and I sort through it. I do have a lot of PMC also, but that's in the bucket and it's just put away. And they might become brass bars at some point in time.
yeah, well, the reason I use PMC is I used to shoot a lot of it before loading 223 because it was cheap and it shot decent. And the brass actually is pretty darn good. So
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's a good, especially if you do like I do. You pick everything up. I mean, it's definitely a good place to start. The PMC.
I also know where it came from. I shot it once fired, and I could put twice fired, 3 times every time I clean it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And just the club that I picked 99% of my brass up at, most people there are shooting Lake City or some Federal of some sort anyways. So that's what I have the most of. So that's just what I concentrate on.
Yeah.
And when it comes to 308, I mean, I pick everything up and it all gets eventually used. But if I have like 10 pieces of PPU, I'll just make something and just run it through the PTR because as well as I do, if you do find it, 90, you might find 30%, and of that 30%, 10% might be reusable. So if you lose that, who cares? But what I'll do is for it. What I do is I order I get a top brass and I order their 220 or their 308 7.62. That's already been done up. It's like $110 for 250 pieces, and I run it through the PSA a couple times, and then I noticed that after about the third loading, it starts to get hard to extract, even though I nail my 308 every time. So once it starts to get a little bit hard to extract, and I think it's just the chamber's a little bit rough on the PSA. I mean, it functions fine. I've had it out to, it's nice and accurate, but it's just, it doesn't have a perfectly polished chamber. Yeah, and my Howa doesn't either. The Howa is a little bit. If the Lake City gets a little bit old, 2 or 3 firearms on it. So then I just run through the PTR, and if I find any, it goes in the scrap bucket. If I don't find it, well, we'll go back into the ground.
We got a Pat sighting.
Hey, no tax on overtime, 10 minutes.
Yeah, Tin Man was bitching about what it actually comes down to when they remove all the fees and stuff. Yeah.
Here's what I'm wondering is how it's going to affect drivers because I do 70 hours a week. Yeah. And so I wonder how they're going to work that out.
Yeah. Oh. Two things you can count on in this world: death and taxes.
Yep.
How's it going, Pat? Happy birthday, Pat.
Happy birthday.
We were talking about you earlier. So yeah, I haven't been reloading 223 for a while, very long, but I opened the file cabinet. I'm like, oh, geez, maybe you need to get some dice now. You got the brass, get the bullets, and I enjoy loading 223. I didn't think it'd be as fun. I love it.
Once you get your systems figured out, which you've been loading longer than I've been alive.
No,
So,
not longer you've been. No, I've been loading that long.
Well, you've been loading since I've been in grade school, I bet.
No.
When did you start reloading?
Well, the Dylan I have was my uncle's, and I'd go over there. Man, I couldn't give you a date, but yeah, I was younger, and I shoot with my uncle, and he finally gave up reloading and sold me his Dylan and a bunch of other stuff with it, and that's when I got, I had a single stage, and then I started getting serious because I wanted both, single stage and everything, and then I had to have the turret, but I couldn't tell you how many years.
Okay, who was president when you started?
I don't know.
Well, I started reloading. I think it was 93-ish, 92, 93.
Okay, we're probably very similar.
Because
I wasn't going to say Reagan. I mean, I'd go over his house and stuff, but it wasn't Reagan, so it was after that.
Because I just wasn't going to pay $8 for 50 rounds of remanufactured R&D 357 Magnum ammunition, like the parents got at Calzone.
They eat good around there. No bird seed for those birds. They're carnivores. Yeah, but anyway, it's like, all right, you're gonna have to do 223, and I thoroughly enjoy it. One thing is, I'm using jacketed bullets, so it's super.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to flare them out or none of that shit. And I actually really like the Barry's Total Metal Jacket 55 grain, not the 62.
Right. Yeah. That's I buy 50, if I'm doing FMJs, I do 55s.
Yeah, and all my barrels are 1-7, maybe 1-8, something here and there. And I'm thinking, it's kind of light, but it was $50 shipped, on sale for a thou, a whole brick of them.
Yeah.
It's not a thou. It's more than that, isn't it? Five? Whatever.
Yeah.
And those bullets shoot good. I'm weighing them, and I was like, damn, I don't have to weigh them, separate them, nothing. They all weigh the same.
Yeah.
And shot, I was surprised. My very first reload.
When it comes when it comes to just regular, you will be disappointed if you start weighing 55 grain FMJs. You just save yourself from that headache. And just enjoy what they are and leave it go at that.
Yeah, but the berries I'm talking about are real Total Metal Jacket. They're not copper washed.
Right.
And that's like their newest bullet, and they did such a good job. However, the 62 grains got terrible ratings, so I'm wondering what the hell went on there. because they're 50 and they're like a brass coat, brass jacket or something. Oh, talk about easy. I was thinking, okay, I got to work up loads. I go out there. That first load I load up, I was using Vitavori, and then I did, I'm doing 335 because it's just cheaper and easier to throw. But anyway, first groups, I'm like, son of a bitch. These are one little holders. One group was 1/4 inch, and I'm like, oh. So, and that's suppressed 5-shot groups.
Yeah. Well, I just have some generic full metal jackets I ordered from Rocky Mountain Reloading, but they don't make them. They're made for them, as far as I understand.
Mm-hmm.
They're okay. I mean, they're typical, mil spec stuff, even through my good rifles. Yeah.
But for people out there that want a cheap go-to plank and bullet, Barry's Total Metal Jacket, 55 grain. You can get them in the case. You can actually get a really good deal on a humongous case of them. But just try a box of them right now.
Yeah.
That costs you about 63, 5 a thing of them, and other stores have them, like Cabela's had them, and even local stores will have them and have sales on them. And when they're $50, boom, grab them. Because you're 10 cents a bullet that shoots good.
I mean, hell, yeah, Pat. I mean, he just put up there. He was paying $20 a shot for the martinis.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, with my 300 rum, it's like $5 or $6 if you buy factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $5 or $6. Hell, it's still, just the brass alone's $1. Let's see, for a box of 50 of Peterson's. Is it Peterson or Patterson? Anyways, for a box of 50, it's like $120. So I want to get at least 2 more boxes just to have one box put back, and then get the 300 rum. That barrel needs to go. It's become a problem child. I'm not messing with it anymore. It's accurate, but it just, there's something going on with that throat or that chamber, and it just. So, yeah, 300 Weatherby. Well, anything that says Weatherby on it's expensive. So.
Yeah, well, another reason I started loading 223, it used to be cheap by the case. Now it is. Now it's coming down. But I thought, why don't I just load it? And you can make it better, make it for your guns, the length, everything. It made sense. So
yeah, but then there's that. When we were much younger in the 90s, you could buy a surplus and first run, but just surplus left. $15 100. Yeah, everybody said, "Oh, it's not worth reloading." You're right, but still pick up the brass.
yeah.
3378. Okay.
Let's see. Oh yeah, 44 Magnum and special. Definitely gotta load your own, cast your own. You want to cast and load.
Somebody brought up that Smith & Wesson was the Night Stalker or Night.
Yeah.
Anyways, and they're going to do the 44 special on it, which
5-shot. I
Yeah.
wish it was 6-shot, but they're trying to keep the bulk of it down. Yeah.
yeah, but
Night.
yeah, 44 special.
Night guard is what
Yeah, Night Guard. Yeah, they might be able to do. If it's just chambered where it will only do 44 special, you might be able to get away with 6. That'd be a tough one. That'd be tight.
Well, the actually Smith's coming out with another Scandium. Maybe that was the Night Guard.
Yeah,
They used to be 6, I believe, the 44 mags that people would buy one and shoot it and then try and put it on consignment because it kicked so bad. It was scanned.
Oh man,
And they buy a box of 44 mag on the shelf and boom, it's like, oh, son of a bitch, my hand hurts.
I shot one of the Scandium 44s, and
Yeah.
it was nasty. I mean, I did the whole cylinder, and it was just nasty. And the thing is, about 10 minutes before that, I shot a 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum. Yeah, I mean, it was just shooting factory.
Yeah.
And fucking Dana, the way he does it, he takes 42-27, fills it all the way up to the top, and he takes a 300 grain bullet and smashes it down in there.
Oh.
So obviously it's going to be a little bit on the tough, but I wouldn't sell it. I mean, if I had one, I'd just run it with lighter loads.
I would, yeah. Well, when they first came out, the Scandium 44 mags, and Taurus copied them also. They did a similar, but people were like, nope, it's not for me. And they'd bring them in and put them on consignment. I should have bought one because I just shoot 44 special through.
Mm-hmm. And just like the 29s, shooting like the Federal 240 grain, their generic American Eagle, which is a very potent round. After about 25, 30 rounds, it's like, I think I'm going to switch to the 44s now. I'm starting to get a little twitchy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I loved it. Just, after a while, it goes from being fun and enjoyable and making you laugh to like,
Yeah. What I liked about it, it's a full size 4-inch revolver, and you pick it up, and it's like, wow, this is like a piece of cardboard. You pick it up, you're not expecting how light. And I wish people would make something similar, 44 special. Give me a 5-shot for hiking, and you can have hot 44 special, and it's just fine. But when you do hot 44 mag, I don't see those pistols lasting very long. The Scandium ones.
Well, and we've discussed this before. I think like with the Smith 69, it'd be right back to the 41 Magnum. It'd be perfect in there. You could get 6 rounds in there. With today's metallurgy, that shouldn't be an issue. And the frame can stand up to 44 Magnum. Well, then it's going to be able to stand up to 41 Magnum. You'd have a 6-shot L frame, and all of a sudden the 41 Magnum will, I bet you they won't be able to keep them on the shelf.
Yeah, it's too bad what happened to the 41 mag because I think it was Dirty Harry, whatever, because Ruger made one. They made a Red Hawk and a Black Hawk, and the Red Hawks were really rare. Now Ruger brought them back in Red Hawk. So, but the old ones were they were hen's teeth, very rare to find in 41 mag. And I always wanted one because it's an accurate round and everything. And they just got run over by the 44 Magnum,
Right.
And now people realize, well, the 41's a little more pleasant and,
you still get good,
accurate round.
Yeah, you get good numbers and stuff. I mean, you do a 200 grain bullet traveling, 1,300 feet per second? Nothing, this side of Canada, other than maybe, something in Alaska like polar bears or grizzlies.
Yeah.
There's not, a 200 grain hollow point traveling at 1,300 feet per second will turn your ass inside out.
Yeah. Yeah. Hobbies. I would love that. Especially in a lightweight. Little round butt, 3-inch, perfect for packing. Yeah. Have another speed loader with you just in case. But then you wonder, you got this 10 millimeter that holds a ton of rounds.
Right.
So then you're wondering, which is more feasible? Yeah. So I still like the idea of a 44 special, 3 or 4 inch lightweight. A 3 inch round butt will really turn me on. Yeah. Thanks a lot, hobbies. Torch,
Yeah,
Uncle Jim.
I bet you.
Torch.
Lapula. Get this. I'm over at Clay County Gun Range, and the guy comes up there. The one of the range officers comes up and says, "Do you load 338 Lapula?"
Oof.
No, I don't have one yet. I'm there. Well, we have. Guy was up here shooting, and he left like 2 boxes. So I'm going to assume 40 rounds. He said, "Would you like it?" I'm there. I'd love to have it, but I don't have one, and I don't want to just take it and put it in the closet. And I'm there. What I would do if I was you, I'd put it on eBay or put a notice up here and find somebody to either sell it to or give it to. Because yeah, it was just like. But yeah, you sometimes get these doctors and lawyers. They show up and yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Pat.
Happy birthday.
Yes. Uh-huh. Hi. Happy birthday to you too. Thank you.
How's it going?
I don't know. I have relationship trouble. You should
Oh
see
my God. Oh my
the
God.
attitude I got on the way home.
Here we go again. You poor little man. Ugh.
Yeah, you
Knew
little.
it. I should have gone with the midget. Jesus Christ.
You poor little 6'7" guy. Yeah. Well, she just feels catchy.
No, she can't hear us.
Okay.
Thank God.
Gee.
She can hear me, but man, oh man, I tell you,
Sounds like somebody needs to be put over somebody's lap and give them a good
Whiny
spanking.
bitch.
oh, I gave her a spanking about 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
There
you got
you go.
paid for that too.
Mm.
$220 a box. Damn.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, that reminds me of that, whatchamacallit ammo.
Hobbies. Yeah, Washington State's not too far away, and it's just you can pretend you're still in Canada, yet you can have actually nice stuff if you just move south a little.
So you feeling better, Pat?
Yes, I am. Until about a half an hour, 45 minutes ago, everything was good with my world. Yep. She's eating healthy right now.
Fucker.
She's laughing. She's laughing. What is she eating?
Chocolate lava cake with ice cream.
Oh, damn.
I'm going to go in the garage. If I start lagging, that's why. Because the little pod out there gets cold, I guess.
Mm.
Oh, that's right. The rest of the country is having awful weather. It's getting cooler over here too.
Where are you at?
I'm in Los Angeles, so I think it's down to like 58 or 60 right now this time of evening.
It's going to be 85 tomorrow, and then we're going to get the big cool down, and the nights are going to be dropping into the 30s, and I think one day it might get into the really high 20s, which that's wintertime in Jacksonville. Yeah, and then but the days are going to be in the 50s and 60s. So.
Just cold enough to kill the oranges.
Mm-hmm. But that's Jacksonville. You get further south, it's probably just going to be hot.
Yeah.
It's just
I was looking at the weather map on like dangerous weather, and it was really neat. There's I don't know there's all these Republican cities that are just outside the danger zone, and all of the nasty, cities right in the middle of the danger zone. It was really neat to watch. God is taking care of us here.
There you go. Now, I just pulled up weather, or windy, pardon me. I just pulled up windy, and I'm looking at the temperatures right now. And all along I-75, it's in the high 30s and hell, a couple places, I think it's in the 40s. Let me zoom out just. Like Atlanta's 39, Roma's 39, Chattanooga's 35. So, the freezing rain hasn't hit yet, I guess. At least if it's raining, it's right there where most places probably won't be freezing up yet. Now, tomorrow, who knows?
Trump is trolling. He's a troller.
Yeah. I haven't heard much about Canada in the last few weeks as far as their secessions. Is it still going forward? Was that just a flash in the pan? What's actually happening?
No, they snubbed. They're going with China. They made an agreement with China. So now they have, so now Trump threw 100% tariff on them. Those poor bastards.
Well,
they got to get rid of
Venezuela did a deal with China just before we took care of them.
Yeah, the 3 or 4 Western provinces, if they even say, we want to, okay, you're Americans now. Welcome to the club. Here's your new flag.
Yep.
Yeah. Eastern Canada, they depend on all that oil money. That's their biggest gripe, from what I understand, other than being, tortured by, commie bastards. All the oil revenues. Good. Let Alberta join, and hopefully she brings everybody with them. The premier, or I don't know if they call them governors or state premiers or whatever. I know that chick. She's, a few weeks ago, anyways, or a few months ago, she was really raising it.
Yep.
And
yeah, but as far as Canada, we're playing hardball right now because of the China agreement. So, and if they plan to sell oil to China, Alberta's going to be pissed. So they're just going to get their freedom and be their own province, their own country, and we'll deal with them. It'll be like Puerto Rico or whatever. Yeah.
okay,
That's how it's looking right now.
Yeah, the premier up there in Alberta, she's last time I paid any attention, it's been a few weeks. So she's starting to sound more and more hardcore about it all the time that I've seen her talking about it.
Yes, she is. There's YouTubes with her talking. So her announcements or whatever, like any day now, we're gonna free the province, whatever.
Well, it's time for them to either shit or get off the pot. Because if we're going to do it, then we need to get it done while we have Trump in office. Because if a Democrat gets in, and a possibility will happen, and then they want us to see that the Democrats won't allow it to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now there's a chess game going on up there. I feel really bad for the Canadian people. I watch a lot of Canadian channels and lives, where they discuss the shit that's going on. They hate their leadership,
Oh, yeah,
So-
Canada's just like the U.S. The U.S. our elections are on a bad year is decided by 10, 12 major cities: L.A., New York, Chicago. Uh,
Yep.
Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not worried about Trump. If if Alberta wants to do it, Trump is going to take them. If nothing else, just to piss everybody off.
Yeah. Well, they would be under the Golden Dome, and it's like, wait a minute, you got protection. So, yeah, it's just weird. But doing the Chinese thing is bad, 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 bad.
But yeah, I mean, Ontario, and it's Ontario and it's Quebec that ruins it for everybody else.
Yeah, Saskatchewan and Alberta really are pissed off. And then parts of where Hubby's is, BC.
Yeah. So
They'll figure it out. They're gonna have their riot time, whatever. They're very polite, so they don't riot as much.
yeah. But yeah, like if nothing else, I'd love to be able to go up there and not have to use a passport to go up to that part of Canada.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be nice to cross the border with Alberta and just drive through. Yeah. Show your driver's license and bam.
Well, no, I mean, if it becomes a state, you won't even have to show your driver's license. Yeah.
Yeah, but even if they're private, their own province,
Right.
then you're it'd be really good for both of us.
Yeah, Patriot. That's circling back to that. It seems like it's the oil revenue is the biggest sticking point, and that's paying for Ontario and Quebec, and Alberta and Saskatchewan and BC don't see anywhere near any of the benefits of their oil being shipped to the east, or well, actually shipped to the south to us, but it all goes to Ontario. Yeah, the Amelia videos have been great.
Yeah, there's just so much wacky stuff going on right now. Crazy town. So, anyway, I feel for Canadians. The ones that vote properly, I really feel for them. So, and Alberta, if they get their independence, boom, they got guns again. They're getting their guns back. They're
a bunch of fucking. They make Texans look. Yeah.
They'll have concealed carry and everything if they're independent, and then the rest is going to go like, I want that. I want that. Yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy. Now, when are they voting? It's like they make up whenever they can do an election. Like, what is it, 4 months now? Or
I think it's a lot like England, where I mean they have term limits, but they also can hold special elections.
Yeah.
Votes of confidence of one sort or another. So
Yeah.
that would actually be something hobbies would be better at answering than I.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm like, what? They're just going to do whenever, not once a year or every half year. Oh, well. Come on, Canada. Come on, baby.
We have cookies.
Hey, both of us would be very happy. Okay, do the pipeline. We're happy. We can, no tariffs on you. You can buy whatever you want here. We'll be even, Steven. It'll be fun.
And really, they probably should do it like almost immediately, because if the midterms go to shit, and that's not unusual. That for whoever the party in power is,
Yeah,
lose
it's
the
rare.
midterms. Yeah, and they decide they want to join us, or they're going to ask us for support of some sort. And if the Democrats are in control of even one house, they can make that very difficult, if not impossible, for us to help them. And then Canada will just say, yeah, no, we're not going to let that happen.
Just think of all the Norinco used M14s and AKs and oh man, it would free up the market.
Oh, it'd be nice to get Marenko's back.
The $600 M14s wouldn't be a bad, wouldn't hurt my feelings any. I'd like to get a crate of their friggin' Norinco 45s. Those were nice.
Yeah, but now we got Tisas.
I have two Norinkos that I customize.
I'd rather buy Chinese before I bought Turkish. I'm not saying I won't ever buy
The tea sauces are going to be better. They're all CNC. They're going to be tighter. The Norinkos were like how the military made them for our GIs. You got some mill marks inside, and it's just like military gun. It's exactly like the old Colts.
Yeah.
So, I have two of them, and they were both under $300, and they were the tea sauce of the day.
Yeah.
And they're all forged, So
that's why Colt came out with the 1991 model, was because they had to compete with the Norinkos. My first government model was 1991. And the dealer I had, he was a Colt whore. He if it had that little pony on it, it could have an inch of rust on it and it'd still be the greatest in the world. So,
Hobbies has the Commander. Okay, Hobbies. When the Commanders finally came in the U.S., that's when the ban happened shortly after, and those are the hardest to find here. Is the Commander ones. I would have loved to have gotten a Commander. I felt a couple at the gun shows and figured, they'll be around forever. Boom, turn around, gone. No more imports. I was pissed. And a lot of times, they have a chrome barrel. A lot of times, you fit a tighter bushing to them, and they shoot really good. Other times, it depends. Bushing and a link. And sometimes they'll shoot great right out of the box. Other times not. It's just like what you were issued. You never know. And they were a good deal at the time. And I also have a Norinco AK, which is awesome. So I had a couple Norinkos, SKS, another AK, which I should have never sold either. So
I had a couple of the, and I don't know if Norinco made them, but the Mac 90s that had the thumb hole and stuff.
Yeah.
But by the time I bought my first AK, that's the only thing you can get because it was just after the ban when I bought. Well, no, I'm sorry. They were already banned before the Clinton ban. So, but yeah, and so I had a couple of them. They were fun and stuff, and got my AK out of me, and so.
Yeah, I put modern stocks, and it made it compliant. But I'm having thoughts of putting my Norinco back to the blonde furniture and the thumb hole for nostalgia now, because you don't see them anymore. You can't
It,
fit them.
everything comes around. That's like I was telling,
Yeah.
um, but I was discussing this with a fellow. Smith and Wesson's doing away with the wormhole now, the Hillary
Yeah.
hole. So in about 20 or 30 years, those are going to start actually, just for like you said, nostalgia. Yeah, because
Oh,
that's
the lock.
yeah. It's like, oh yeah, this is a lock model. Yeah, they made 1 million of them, but they're starting to become rare.
Well, I'm surprised it took Smith that long because everyone ragged on the locks. And Smith just kept doing it, kept doing it, kept doing it. Now we want to comply with everybody. And they finally come around and said, people do not want the locks. So, but yeah, the locks could be a nostalgia thing someday.
And, so it's just another design. Yeah, like I personally think 99, except for maybe on a J frame type gun, any kind of full size gun without adjustable sights, as far as revolvers go. Yeah, I'm not saying I'd turn one down, but if it cost me an extra $50 for adjustable sights on the same model, yeah, I'd probably just go ahead and spend the extra $50. Yeah,
Well, the
but
funny thing is, I like the drop sights, the non-adjustable. Some reason I like them. You're going to have impact difference, different weight bullets. I like them because they're not snaggy, and when I hold that thing up, I can just boom, it's right there. So I have both a Model 15 with adjustable sights and Model 10 without, and I always grab the 10. You know, I don't know why. I just like them that way. I don't know.
I mean, as far as just simplicity and especially like on a J frame, they're that's a perfect setup as far as I'm concerned. But you got yourself a full size revolver, and it just seems like it always seemed like a step down to me, in my way of thinking.
Hmm. Well, it's not. It's just different. Because for
Yeah,
me, looking down the trough is easier for me than that little blade on the back. However, you got your adjustability,
well, see
windage.
but now see they've come up with a happy medium also. You can buy dovetailed fixed sights, and you can adjust your sights that way. You
Yeah,
know, so that's one nice thing. And
yeah,
and if for some reason you lose that rear sight somehow, you still get the trough. Just the way it's from what I've seen, the way they're made. And
yeah. So, did you have a birthday cake, Pat?
No, there was a piece of chocolate lava cake, but somebody just ate it instead of putting a candle on it.
Oh no,
I'm
so
sorry,
bad.
what you get me for my birthday? Let me see. Wow.
Oh, there's going to be a fight tonight. Uh,
That's okay. I'm done with her for a couple of days.
Oh,
tell it,
oh, the horror.
ah,
Oh, well, I guess I don't have to beg you to let me blow you, huh? Okay, not a problem, motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
Ooh, what hour mark are we at? Oh, 2 and oh. That's usually the 5 hour mark, 4.5. Yeah. Mm.
How appropriate. putting on the Grinch shirt.
It's my pajamas, okay? Jesus Christ. Really? Really?
Are they the fuzzy kind? I like the fuzzy pajamas on the
Nope.
women. Oh.
No.
Mm.
But she says she's forgiven you about the blanket.
Well, I was going to say you could have told her that's what you got her for her birthday. Why has she forgiven me?
It was cold the other day, and the thing is a lot lighter weight than the down comforter she was using, and it was kind of nice. She like gets under it for about 10 minutes and then throws it to the side.
Yep. And you hug it.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing I'm going to give Canada, the Canadians. They refused to do the first gun registry, that big one, and
Mm-hmm.
eventually the government said, "Well, we're not dealing with this anymore." And it sounds like, you know, they might be able to get away with it again this time around, and you know, especially if the police are kicking in or jumping in.
Yeah, it's kind of like sheriffs in our country. Sheriffs don't, they're like regular people. They don't like that crap. Yeah.
The talking about sheriffs, I saw a video. I guess there was a big chase and shootout. I think it was in San Diego, but I may not, I may be wrong about that. Anyways, the sheriff came on, and he did about a 6-minute speech, and basically he said everything you did was good. He said, if you don't like what we're doing, join the department and teach us the right way. And then the main thing he said was, if you're a civilian and you get in the middle of a gunfight that we're having with a criminal, we're done, you know, playing around or trying to get around you or anything like that. Yeah, either that's your problem. Yeah, and if you get, basically he was saying, if you get shot in the middle of a gun, you know, while we're having a gunfight with a bad guy, you know, that's your fault because you're trying to get video or something.
Yay.
Mm. Mm. What else is going on? Probably do a short chat anyway. We're almost at 3 hours.
Oh, now
Well-
you've done it, Jim.
Even though Pat came on, make it a threesome here. You always come on late because you're doing other stuff.
Yeah, I'm an hour before you, Jim. So we were at Costco picking up a chicken. Supposed to get a chicken and ended up with a cart full of stuff. So,
Yeah. Well, that's what it's nice about Costco is that you can go in there and smell all the food and buy stuff, and bam, easy. Yeah. And I've had chickens from different stores, and some of it's really good. They have it catered out, whoever makes it for them. But yeah, it's really, as long as it's not under the lamp for 2 days, 3 days.
no, the chickens at Costco here, they're right off the rotisserie, right there. They're
Yeah.
bagging them up. People are lined up to get them right there, and $5. So I get 3 or 4 chicken sandwiches, a pot of chicken soup, and a curry chicken out of $5. So yeah,
I
Can't
tell
beat that.
Susan all the time, stop at BJ's and get their rotisserie chicken. It's like, I think it's $6. Yeah, and then as long as it hasn't been sitting for too long, Yeah.
It's a lot easier than cooking one for the money, you know.
Mhm.
Oh, you can't buy a raw chicken for $5. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just subsidized. But I was just looking at that banquet beer you've got there, and I'm thinking, boy, I could use a refreshing beer right now. Yeah.
You don't have a beer on you?
No, I got to go get one. I'll be right back.
Okay. Banquet beer, Golden. What's that say? Golden, Colorado. Yeah, but they're not in Colorado anymore. I don't know.
Blow up West Covina's um, page or his background.
Background.
Yeah, yeah. So we can. I'm trying to read. Patriot Paul's trying to read, and I'm trying to read.
Yeah, it's a good thing Costco's far away from me. Well, it's a good and bad thing. Yeah. Yeah, the chickens are always nice. They're seasoned well. They're good. You don't have to cook them.
Wow, only 8 Kanukistan kopecks for a chicken up there.
Kazakhstan. Uh,
Oh, okay, okay.
you know what's funny is the Chinese don't allow you to take their money out of their country. You know when you leave. And I have some Chinese bills and coins from when I was a little kid, back when you could. So I always wondered if, it's collectible now, the old bills, and they're not in mint condition now, you know, but it's interesting they don't let their currency leave the country. Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's just like you get just chicken tenders, and like you go to Publix and you get their chicken tenders, and they're really good. They're really fresh. But yeah, like if you get say a dozen of them, you're talking almost $35. They're
Wow. What is a fried roll taco? Rolled up taco. Okay. All right. Yeah. I think the Costco's about an hour and a half away from us. Worth the drive if you bring the van.
hmm
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, that's like we drive right past the BJ's uh, going to and from work. Like Susan goes by it every day. And so we get gas and stuff. We normally get our gas there. And about once a month, I'll go in there and I'll just do a circle and get. There's some certain things that, yeah. She never wants the chicken out there though, so it's like okay, but we get our meat, some of our meats, and I just like to be able to buy the uh, everything in bulk. So if I could buy friggin' ketchup in 55-gallon drums, I would.
Yeah, we buy that by the case. Once a year, local store has case sales on everything, canned goods, everything. So you buy cases of what you like.
hmm
Let's see, Ham Radio Elmer is here.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
So,
but if you buy 4 chickens, hobbies, you're bucks ahead.
yeah, now I want a rotisserie chicken. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Go have a ramen.
Yeah, yeah. Pat got me a case of ramen with beef bone broth. Boy, is it spicy! It's spicy, but the noodles are good. This is Korean, real ramen stuff.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just get that ramen from the what is it ramen ramen or whatever. And what I do is I just take beef broth and I'll cook it with beef broth instead of water. So it gives a pretty good flavor. Quick,
yeah.
easy meal I can do in the truck. Don't have to worry about having a refrigerator.
Pat, I'm going to have one tonight. I'm not gonna throw the full packet in so I don't burn my mouth this time. But I don't know why I like hot food, but man, I guess when I ate it last time, I love putting sriracha and everything on stuff, but it seemed a little hot. But I can just do a little less of the packet on the spicy part. Noodles are really good, super easy, 3 minutes, bam.
3 minutes, make a mess in the microwave.
I'll
But
keep the lid half on this time.
no, yeah. So Rallis, Shin Black.
Shin
So,
Black.
yeah, ramen. So if you find that, it's worth the $3 a cup or $2.50 for a pack of the ramen. So good stuff.
I can go grab one. Oops.
Now he's getting into his Amazon cart right now.
There you go.
So the regular Shin ramen, the red stuff, that's hot.
Right.
But the Shin Black, it's kind of mild.
Oh,
Okay.
it lit up my taste buds.
And it's got enough MSG to last you a week too. Your little fingers are going to blow up like sausages.
Let's see. I can get 40% off if I subscribe.
Subscribe to what?
The
They'll auto mail you like 1 case a week if you subscribe.
Oh,
I
oh.
don't get a case a week. Let me see.
Uh, hmm.
Okay.
Do they have a chicken one?
No, the brand for that, if you like chicken, is Budak.
Ooh,
It's even kosher.
So Budak
Even if
is
I was Jewish, it wouldn't mean anything to me. Cart. Let's see about that.
yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, Pat. I'll just have that tonight because I'm getting hungry. Boom Bang Pow, super easy.
yeah, boom.
Find out what happened tonight on the UFC. Yeah.
I'm good. I shared my calzone with the parrots. So, yep.
The I have 3 owls in the backyard, the general area,
Wow.
and so yeah,
No mice. Yeah, no mice.
That's not a bad idea. Sylvia's been thinking about getting a dog, and I told her we should probably get a rat terrier with a little rat problem we got. But an owl, that would probably be all right.
No more words. Even think of it.
They say owls are like cats with wings. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, we usually always have one across the front driveway there, and you can hear it, hooting at night or whatever. And then you can hear when it has a baby. But this year, I haven't heard it. Just baby hops.
The, we got a ton of buzzards around here. The crows, they just raise all kind of hell. We've got a couple of hawks also. But
Well, Dodge is better than Ford. They have the battery terminals on the correct side. They have the distributor in the back.
Yeah.
The engines rotate in the correct direction. The differentials are facing the right way. Yeah, Dodge is all right by me.
Well, yeah, your name's West Covina Dodge.
I'm going to ask a stupid question, but did you work at West Covina Dodge at one
No,
point?
no. I was working at Pointy Hill Chevrolet, and this Arab bastard registered PointyHillChevrolet.com, motherfucker. So
Right.
I had to go steal the domain back. So I got my email address as westcovinadodge@gmail.com so I could steal his domain of Pointy Hill Chevrolet. And I used it for my junk mail account. And then I just kind of took over.
Okay. Because I've had, like when I'm just searching Jeep prices and stuff, and for some reason one time, Google just threw up West Covina Dodge in LA somewhere, I guess. And it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Mm-mm.
The owner of West Covina Dodge, though, he's a like an Omani, and he's a bastard, cheap bastard too. Not a
Right.
bastard. So no, I wouldn't buy from West Covina Dodge. No.
I'm happy with believe me, that's 3,000 miles away. So,
Oh, if it was at a good price, it's probably because it's stolen and has a big, crease in the side of the bed and the side that they didn't photograph.
right.
And a Craigslist car wash, yeah. Or paint, yeah.
68 to 82.
Wow.
And then
Chrysler.
Wow,
Newer,
that is
you were
impressive.
chef-
You are older than me, chessboard. Now you're aging your stuff.
Chryslers in 68.
worked at the newer. He worked for Chevy for 20 years.
I had one Chrysler. I had a 300, and that was a monster.
Was it the Hemi model or just the standard?
What's that?
Was one with the Hemi in it?
No, it didn't have a Hemi. It had I think it was a 413 in it, but
Push button
no,
tram.
no push button trans. But
Oh,
the
okay.
dashboard.
You're talking the old. When I think of 300s, I think of the one that Carmen bought back in like 82 or in 02, 03, and it had the Hemi and it was the new style.
No. This was one of those enormous land yachts with super heavy gauge steel. I'll give it that. Chrysler made the heaviest gauge fenders and bumpers out of anybody, even Buick. I mean, I remember when I bought the thing when I was still in high school, I tried to beat a dent out with a baseball bat, would not move. The things were solid and enormous. And the other thing they had was a 32-gallon gas tank in them. So that was a big surprise, even when gas was cheap, to find out, I'll just put $5 in it. Didn't move the needle. It laughed at 5 gallons.
The
Mm.
here's a little pet peeve. You've heard of the monkey gas monkey garage. You know,
Oh
where
yeah,
they
I've seen all of
okay,
them. Yep.
okay. They had 70 Zero. It was the Challenger. So yeah, the big square. You know, when they went from
Yeah.
the late '60s to that big squared up
Mhm.
uh, looking one. I always thought they were decent looking cars, but you know, they're always talking about how they're the world's greatest mechanics, and they you know do all this, and we're going to take this fender and turn it back into this, you know, and it was like this would have been a perfect example. You pull, you know, you take this, you know, '70s era, pull the old engine out, drop a big ass Hemi in it, do a little bit of body work to it, get it looking good, and just do what the show was supposed to be, which was supposed to be a car builder show, but it was just a little friggin' drama show, just like all those other shows,
Yeah.
and they wound up just like auctioning it off or something, and like but it just seemed like that would have been a perfect example of taking a what was pretty much a lemon and turning it into a real, yeah, real hot rod slash, just doing the magic that they're supposedly were able to do.
I had '60s cars, my whole life. You know, and then what was it that I got? It was when I got the G8 GT used. That was a 2009, and it started every single day without dicking with it. It always worked, no problem. So I'm sold on modern cars now. They're
Right.
they're reliable. There's no I had car trouble excuse coming to work, because they don't. The power windows work. They've got air conditioning. The radio works. It's great. Love the new stuff. Cruise control.
Mm-hmm. The yeah, no, I mean, there's a couple classics I'd like to have, but they're not real high on my priority list. Hell, I'm almost 60 years old and I haven't bothered to go look for one, so I guess they're not too high up there.
Well,
But
I can tell you, I've probably had all of them, and if you don't rely on them, they're fine.
mhm.
Like nowadays, I don't have to pack a toolkit to go to Las Vegas, just in case.
Right.
You're not worried about it. That's the shame. All the little the wrecking yards and tow companies from here to Vegas, they've all closed because there's no more turn your AC off when you try to climb the Baker Grade or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, and carburetors. Love carburetors. Kids will never understand carburetors. But yeah, it was not just that, Paul. It's just that I remember that a Dodge could go 300,000 miles on that slant six, no problem, but everything else would go.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. The springs would sag. The wiring harness. They would corrode. Everything bad. Radiator would rot out. But that motor was fine. But no, cars didn't last back in the old days. 100,000 miles on a car was a lot.
Yeah. And you wouldn't be surprised with the engine change at 75,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was out in the woods, so every time I itch now, I'm looking for ticks. Oh, they were horrible. They especially this past summer. I'd go outside for 5 minutes, and just and I'd be picking ticks off me for 2 days.
See, we don't
Yeah,
have
the-
ticks. No ticks,
Go ahead.
except
Yeah,
on the
they're
deer.
they're all over here in my backyard.
No, but on the deer and rabbits here, when you shoot them and you know, when they pass, the ticks start crawling around. So it's yeah, yeesh. So up in the mountains here we got them, but down here, nah, there's no ticks.
Yeah, I've never seen a tick, even though we're supposed to have them on, deer or whatever.
The huh, I just thought that
No,
after
that'll,
58 years. Yeah, I don't know if we got any possums around here in this general area. I mean, I'm certain there's plenty of possum around here, but
we've got possums, and they're okay until they get in the kitchen.
yeah, yeah. I have now. We have armadillo. I know for sure there's one armadillo living in the little patch of woods I have back here because I do have them on video. But as far as actually seeing them up close, I've only seen the one. It was only one time. So
Raccoons, we've got raccoons around here too, and I'm impressed with raccoons. They can outclimb a cat. You know,
Not Leon. Not Leon.
oh, I don't know.
No, you haven't seen Leon climb a tree. Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah,
ever seen a
I know what
possum
you mean.
climb a 2-story wall, woof, straight up onto the roof.
back in Ohio, excuse me, I knew a couple people who had raccoons as pets. So
Yeah, I was growing up. I had a next door neighbor with one. It was Tinkerbell. Had a dog collar and the whole 9 yards. But yeah, raccoons are all right, but not when they're wild. It's really funny when you're coming up the porch and there's one on your porch and it does the kung fu stance when you start walking.
the big problem with raccoons, they can tear the shit out of a building without too much trouble. Carmen had a couple raccoons take up residence in the barn he had where the shop was, and they just had that all the interior walls tore out and stuff. They had to go away.
They don't like being in a trunk when you relocate them. They don't like it at all. Every bump. Yeah. Hmm. Now, I did have something Dodge-ish once. Plymouth Fury 3. I think it was a 318.
Oh, my dad had one with a 383. That's
I
about
don't
as
know if
square as you can get.
I love square body.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was awesome. White with a blue interior, like a light blue. Really nice
Did it have
dash.
a big vinyl bench seat?
Yes, it was a bench front. Yeah,
Yep.
because it was an automatic on the
Yeah, those were big enough to do the ladies basketball players. Yeah. and a huge trunk.
I think it was a 67. Does that sound right? Probably. It wasn't the modern body style. It was kind of the Ford looking front end, the
Yeah,
Ford
I don't
500.
think they made them after 1970.
Yeah, they made a big one. Their last one was a boat. At least I think it was a Plymouth. Yeah, but yeah, it was
Oh,
your
now
typical.
now Hobbies is teasing me with one of the only Dodges I really love, the '69 Dodge Dart GTS. Oh, those
Yeah,
are great.
yeah, the darts are neat.
But when you threw a big block in the front, they were just ridiculous. They wanted to swap ends. It's short wheelbase, leaf springs, and a big block in front. They were a death trap.
Yeah, I just want the 6-cylinder one. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I like that Fury. Oh, oh, there you go. He's probably peppy enough. Lenny.
Yeah, real sleeper.
The Mitsubishi engine was crap. On what? Mitsubishi. Hmm. Yeah, that's the closest thing I ever had to a Dodge, I guess. I always wanted a Charger. Uh, yeah, I was doing Pontiacs then.
Uh,
I'm still trying to get over the battery cables are on the wrong side. Like, what? Who even thinks about that? You got positive, negative.
okay, until you go to jump one and oops.
Hmm.
Yep. Best car I ever had though was a '69 El Camino.
Oh, baby. I love El Caminos and Rancheros. Baby. 69. Yeah. Okay. Trying to visualize the taillights, the front grille. Okay. Ah. Hmm.
54 Dodge fire truck.
Mhm. Wow, that was fun to parallel park.
I
Mm.
bet. Yeah.
That must have been fun, passing the parking test. Mm. Oh, I'm getting tired, boys.
Oh, and I'm
I
getting
bet.
worried. The parrots are quiet.
Hmm.
Sylvia's out in the kitchen. Usually they're yelling at her, jailer, jailer. But now they're quiet.
Uh-oh.
The hour is late. I'll be calling it quits anyways shortly.
Yeah, I got a cup of noodles calling me.
Now, I haven't done the video yet, Jim, but I want all of you guys to know Uncle Jim
Oh, you
got
don't
me.
have
I don't what?
you don't have to do a video.
Well, it's a good excuse. I can explain about the different colors and when they were and what they meant, and who wore the bandoliers, and because normally you didn't get a bandolier, you just got a big box on your belt to throw the cartridge in loose. But if you were cavalry or artillery, you got a bandolier.
Well, if you do a video, you got to have all three on you at the end.
No, I'll lay them out. They're heavy. It's like 7 or 8 pounds when you put 50 rounds of Martini Henry in them.
I'm not
Yeah.
talking loaded. You just got to do the badges. We don't need no stinking badges. All right, that sounds good. But you don't have to.
All right. But I got it, and I appreciate it.
I'm sorry you already had 2 of them, though. Son of a-
No, that's the best. It's like getting another AR mag. And if you're a chicken shit, you can say, "Oh God, I've already got enough AR mags. What do I need another one for?" Or it could be cool, another AR mag.
Well, I like what you said. You can go 2 this way in the belt. So there you go.
Yeah.
3 company.
The only reason to be upset
That's
about
crazy.
being stuck with another AR mag is if you just got so many, you get tired of having to move them all around. So, haven't reached that point yet, gentlemen. I'm working on it, but
Yeah.
We have Gunswatter is here and Cranky is
Water.
and Cranky. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, there's-
Cranky.
Cranky. Cranky. I hope you're doing okay, Cranky. Chrysler used a Mitsubishi engine in Dodge and Plymouth in '70. Wow, that's weird. And it's weird that the engines suck because Mitsubishi's usually. My tractor's got a Mitsubishi engine, but it's diesel.
well, yeah, but you're talking 50 years ago too.
Yeah.
Because yeah, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, whoever, they had a couple Japanese made imports, and I don't remember them being really very popular.
They used to have they used to have a little pickup truck and the SUV thing. Oh, Cranky's gonna get dumped on. Uh-oh. We got a little dusting. Our driveway is white, but it's not worth doing anything to. That's all we get. We need snow. We need your snow, Cranky.
I tell you what, I'll take a friggin' Toyota over a lot of American, supposedly American made. Remember when their Ford went to Congress, Ford, Chevy, and all of them went to Congress and was begging, for the taxpayers to give them a lot of money. I went
Ford-
down to the Ford
Ford-
dealership. What's that?
No, Ford didn't ask for a bailout. It was Chevy and Dodge.
You sure Ford wasn't in there?
Ford was the only one that said, "Nope, we ain't taking it."
Okay. Well, not my mistake. But what I thought they were in that crew too. But I went to one of the dealerships, one of the local dealerships, and was looking at the I think it was the Taurus. Friggin' engine was made in Japan, transmission made in Mexico. Yeah. Okay.
Well, the engine in Japan's a good thing.
Yeah, but it's like and I know that they're doing the same damn thing like everybody else, having parts made all over except for in the United States. and then
Mhm.
they're wanting the taxpayer, the American taxpayer, to bail their asses out.
Yeah, they're the only ones that didn't. And I think Trump talked with them last week. Talked with Ford about something. I don't know, jobs, production, whatever. I don't know. Everything new. If it's new, you're probably better off with a Honda and a Toyota. Even them are having recalls on stuff. Uh, yeah, I don't know what. I just want little trucks back again. So,
The Ford, the 250s and 350s are really good looking trucks. I don't know if they're any good or not. And I'd love to have the Mustang. But other than that, I don't have much use for Ford products. I don't hate them like I do GM, but just
yeah, to me, it'd just be the older stuff. Older Mustangs, Ranchero, Falcon. What else was cool looking? Uh, I love my 500 wagon, 67 or 6. What else? They got to have something, something else. Torino. Uh, da, 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 da. Uh, some of the trucks.
a friend of ours bought I think it's a 2000 or 2020 um, Mustang about a year and a half ago, and
Mhm.
I like it. Yeah, and I'm able to fit it into the newer models, like the pre 17s. I couldn't fit into them. They were too the hood the roof was too short. I had plenty of belly room, but in trying to climb in and out of the damn things, I can I literally would have to just like climb out and just look like I was climbing out of a NASCAR.
Mhm. Yeah.
Now, the last two cars I got are rebadged Holdens and best cars ever.
Holden.
Yeah, Australian GM. So
Oh.
that
Okay.
GHGT was, they slapped Pontiac badges on it and brought it up here. Then Pontiac went out of business, and then it was a Chevy SS sedan, same Holden but modernized. Um, yeah, they're great cars.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, guys.
You're gonna go get your ramen?
Yeah, it's a ramen time, guys. Everyone go
Yeah.
get the ramen. All right.
Yep.
I'm glad you guys came on, and everyone in the side chat, love y'all. And thanks for coming. Oh, Kyle was still lurking.
Hey,
Good to see
Kyle.
you pop up. And all the
Tomorrow,
rest.
Kyle, sometime tomorrow, I'm gonna shoot a text off. Yeah, see what the roads are, like in your area, just so I have an idea. It'll be later in the afternoon.
Oh, and Rollis, 150,000 California CDLs are getting canceled.
Yeah, I've been hearing. Yeah, they snuck over and they went through yeah. Here in Florida, in Jacksonville, they caught a bunch of them. They're going in with cameras or iPhones tied to their or taped to their chest. And as they're taking the computer test, they had somebody talking to them, and
Oh,
so
man.
yeah, there's a um, there's going to be a lot of the Durkas, got rid of for a while, at least for a while.
Well, what's good is the regular truck drivers were getting squeezed, with like here in California where you could just drive the truck straight from Mexico do your delivery up here in the U.S. and
Mhm.
a Mexican driver's license was good enough, and the bullshit CDL, you didn't have to be a citizen to get a commercial driver's license here. So they just changed the rule on self-employed or not
Mhm.
thing for truck drivers, and if the company dispatcher tells you where to go, you have to be an employee or move out of the state. So a whole shitload of truckers have just had to move
Right.
or quit. So trucking is going to be really nice for probably very expensive and well paying for a U.S. citizen with his own rig here in California.
Right.
Besides, you could smuggle the gasoline to the Indian gas stations.
There you go. Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing any smuggling. It just, that's a good way to about the only thing that'd fuck you up worse is just having a drunk driving conviction.
Oh, jeez. All right, guys. Let me clear this out. There we go. All right. Well, thanks for coming on. Happy birthday, Pat. Everyone that's side
Happy
chat.
birthday.
Oh, thank all of you guys. Thank you, Paul and Chessboard and Kyle for the birthday wishes. Thank you, Cranky. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Okay, let's do the foof. 1, 2, 3.